You are now listening to Nerd Rage Radio with Bobby Skullface and Adam Russman. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only and may not fit with your sensitive sensibilities. You may be a victim of meaningless outrage, or you may, in fact, be a big ninny pants. If this is the case, please feel free to turn it off now. This is no country for ninny McNinny pants. So crack open the Mountain Dew. Make sure the cheese doodles are super fresh. We're in your mother's basement. It's Nerd Rage Radio.
And welcome to episode 163?
In an eighth.
In an eighth. Is that right?
No, I don't know. I think so. I think we're at 163. Joe's more on top of it than I am.
Yeah, I don't know.
So.
I don't track
Sounds
that.
about right.
That's my guess.
Dude, we got some nice, kind words about Nerd Rage this
Did
week.
we?
Then when I sent it in the chat, you
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Yeah.
We don't deserve that.
No.
We're not very smart. And this show is not very entertaining. It's just a way that, some middle-aged men sit around and bitch about bullshit.
Yeah.
Shit that doesn't matter.
It's a higher grade nerd bullshit, though.
What an empty waste of life.
Only mine, because I have no kids.
I cry myself to sleep every
True.
night thinking about my goals.
Dude,
that is
you're bumming
slowly
me out.
turning to dust.
You're bumming me out.
No, I actually had a really good nerd week, man.
Dude, so did I. I mean, not necessarily a nerd week, just a good week in general.
Yeah.
I'm on a high right now.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm in a good
About
place.
time.
Nice.
I know you bummed me out. You're not coming to Halloween. That bummed me out.
Family shit.
What? I thought you didn't do birthdays. What the fuck
I
is going
don't,
on?
but I'm not going to say no when my grandma asked me to do shit.
Hey, what's up with Sunday, though? You busy Sunday, Grandma. What are you doing Sunday, Pinochle? Come on, let's fucking do it Sunday. Jesus.
I guess it's not a good time to tell you I'm not coming either.
You're out too, huh?
Everybody's out. Just somebody show up. Just be me and Laura.
You guys will turn into something fun, I'm sure.
Maryland Phil will show up.
Phil show, yeah.
Be Maryland Phil with Cody will just be like, all right, Monopoly?
Yeah, we're definitely coming. I'm just fucking around with you. But the costume this year, both together, we're spending under $100.
Dude, we might be out for blood this year.
Really?
We toned it down last year. We went chill last year.
Where did you guys do last
We
year?
did Clarence in Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
So this year, we're cranking it up a notch.
All right. Yeah, we're...
I'm very excited. Of course, Joe's not coming.
Yeah, I know. So I thought Joe would have like some killer outfit that he's been planning the whole year.
Dude, and I just talked to Baltimore Brandon. He was like, I got to contact Joe, see what they're going to do so that we can do the bootleg version again.
Oh, yeah. That'd be
Fucking
cool.
Bummer.
We always do things the last minute anyway. The last time we took like a few weeks. 4 weeks to do.
Stop showing off, dickhead.
We can't be too serious. It wouldn't be fair.
You know nobody likes you, right?
We got each other. It's fine.
I also make some Asian joke there, but I just couldn't make it work. Hey, Joe, you want to start out with your nerd week?
For Nerd Week, so this past week, I did Nerd Rage 4 days ago
I know.
with Pinkerton.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good
okay,
little
'cause I
talk.
wasn't
Oh, yeah, I just got a head up Pinkerton this morning. He started listening to the Wolverine podcast too. He likes it.
All right,
nice.
I gotta check that out, man. I keep
Yeah,
on forgetting.
it's easy to listen. It's quick and it's interesting. What else? I've been working on a tank a lot. I'm like doing fucking final sanding now, so I can prime it before I give it to you because I don't want to pay for priming.
I'm excited about that tank.
It looks good now, right? You weren't excited about it to begin with.
I wasn't. It's one of those things where, and I'll get into this a little bit more in my nerd beat, but like I'm getting excited about painting again because of the variety, and I've got my space kind of worked out, and I'm almost done. It's almost fully armed and operational. I did a lot of changes in the house, but we'll get to that later. Continue.
But what that's part of my work, Nerd Week was coming over to and helping you move furniture.
Oh, yeah. And dude, it's completely different again from what you saw. I mean, like, I didn't really undo anything you helped me with per se.
Because that would have been a waste of time.
No, but you helped me clean out that space.
The fucking closet, man. That was a waste of space. There was so much space in there.
Yeah.
There's so many activities in there.
Which one?
The one that's where the hot water heater and the air conditioner is, like that door in the basement. Like you walk into. Remember where we used to record? Not in the couch room, but in the middle room.
With the blue face guy.
There's that door.
Oh,
yeah.
It's big. It's like 2 rooms in there.
Yeah.
Long, right?
No, it's
long old room.
Pretty girthy as well. Anyway, so pencil tick. Anyway, continue, Joe.
Do you figure out where you wanted your Dr. Jones yet?
Well, I'm
put it
actually
in the
going to
wall?
go pick up a DTOF I found on Facebook. Like, actually, it's right here in Newmarket, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I should have brought a fucking vehicle that I can pick it up in. But my fucking truck is down. But
Oh man, I feel like you've kind of set a bar with the Marty one.
Jones might not be in the basement.
Oh, okay.
we might take it out a whole new door.
But I mean, like, just having like those like floating shells that are like a little scene from the movie that you've done model wise.
Yep. Marty's been moved.
Okay.
And I gotta say, I got an idea. I got a concept. I have a piece of wood to do Jones.
Until we found it in the closet.
Yeah, I found it in the closet.
Boy.
And it's like that one South Park scene when George Lucas is raping Indiana Jones. But I like you'll see. It's I think there's something wrong with my wife and I on how like we're not happy with our setup of our house. What's wrong?
I had the whole thing with Marilyn Phil on here, right? Was it at the beginning? Yes.
No, you didn't.
Oh, you deleted it.
I deleted it. You haven't saved it.
Oh,
No, I can not save it. Hold on.
Now for $5.
Woo! Bobby just saved our ass.
so smart.
I've learned a few things.
And the thing about it is, I think I might have saved it after I deleted it. So if you let me like go back and like try to reload it, we probably would have lost it forever because we wouldn't be able to undo it.
Right.
Damn.
Lucked
Anyway,
out.
continue, Joe. So Joe came over and helped me out with the basement.
Oh yeah. So for the past 2 or 3 weeks, I started watching Fate, the Fate series. It's popular anime series that started like 10 years ago, and I just now got into it. I'm on the 3rd season now, but only the first 2 seasons is related. There's 2 more seasons after that on Netflix, and they're like alternate universe version. So the funny thing about this game is it started off as a hentai game. It was so popular that they made it a real anime series without the sex scenes. I haven't suggested.
I want to watch the hentai version.
Well, it was a game you had to play through, and it's 2004 graphics, so not great.
Oh, never mind.
But this one I would suggest you to watch. I haven't watched an anime for a while. It's on Netflix. It's in English, and there's a lot of a little bit of philosophy about good and evil and
Color me intrigued.
and stuff like that. Like it's something we could probably talk about after you watch it.
Okay.
So Fate Zero is the first one to watch, and Fate Stay Night is the second one to watch, and then
Okay.
don't worry about the other 2.
Yeah.
Yes, it's pretty interesting. So the premise is there's a thing called Grail War. Once you obtain the Grail, you get 1 wish.
The Holy Grail?
It's Holy Grail, but it's not the real Holy Grail. It's one that was like made by magic. And
Okay.
in this world, like
Is there Jesus in this world?
no,
Okay.
not that I know of. But it was made by a bunch of fucking mages. Like there's mages in this world. They have magic and they're fucking
Can you
powerful.
wish for more wishes?
I don't think so. Well,
Loophole.
you find out what the Grail can do by the end of the series.
This is a classic. Such a classic.
I know, right?
Yeah, like I almost feel like if you don't say that, like I'm like you're a noob at wishes.
Yeah, right.
Aladdin got that shit out of the way right away. Genie gave you the rules.
You know,
No raising the dead, no falling in love,
Yeah, yeah.
and no wishing for
It's
more
not
wishes.
pretty. I don't like doing it.
It's such a classic. I
Yeah,
love
man.
that movie.
Yeah. Let's see how Will Smith pulls it off. Continue though. Fate Zero.
Yeah, but how it's fought is 7 people are chosen, and they get to summon a spirit to fight for them, almost like Magic the Gathering. But you get to summon 1, and this person is a hero from history.
Okay.
So in this Fate Zero, there's King Arthur is in it.
Okay.
Alexander the Great is in it.
Is the Monkey King in it?
No,
Damn it.
but yeah, there's so there's a bunch of heroes.
He should be in it though, right?
He could be.
Yeah.
I'm playing the game now. There's like a bunch of people in it. He might be in there. So yeah, it's interesting.
Cool.
And that's all I've been doing because it's like fucking. I've watched like 40 episodes of this goddamn thing so far,
Okay.
and doing a tank.
Doing the tank.
I still haven't gotten to. I still want to get to the Joe Rogan stand up. I haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, I just saw it last night.
Is it good?
Fucking good.
I like his stuff, but
Yeah.
I just haven't had a chance.
He's got a way. I'll go over him another week, but he's got a way
Don't
of
spoil it,
calling,
motherfucker.
calling us out on our bullshit.
Yeah,
You know
that's,
what I
that's
mean?
what he does.
Like-
That's what he does so often, like
Yeah.
with his podcasting all day, every day. That
Yeah.
good for it.
Train by day to a Rogan podcast by night, all day.
All night.
And smoking weed.
Actually, it's sober October. It's not
get that
smoking weed
insight.
right now.
Oh yeah, for the whole month. No drinking too.
I'm actually doing sober October inadvertently because I'm taking these antibiotics.
Oh yeah, you didn't talk about that on your Nerd Week last week because you weren't here.
I wasn't here. I'll get into that. Well, you want me to go now, Bobby? Since you're doing the notes.
I'm doing the notes. Yeah.
All right, so I got my Dr. Jones Hot Toys from Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's nice. I gotta say though,
the fold has a little.
yeah, it's on the backside. You can't see it
I know,
on the.
but people care about that
All right,
shit.
so there's two different. There's a backdrop that's like a 3-fold type thing. One is the Idol Temple in South America, and then the other side is the Well of Souls. So that he actually comes with like the
That's a 40K book.
It might be. You better look it up.
maybe yeah, we'll look at it.
Is
So just look at it.
it's probably an artifact.
Oh, where is he? I'd like to look at him. That's the best part.
And he comes with like the turban and like the headdress and everything and the staff of Ra for the Well of Souls scene if you want to do that. But who would do that? Who would put him in that?
Well,
that
some
one
people would
scene?
buy two and do one on
No,
each.
no.
A real collector would.
I'll tell you, man. The only reason they do that is just to add fucking more shit and charge a little bit more money.
Or to make some people buy two. Because, like, if I were collecting that, I would buy two. Because I'm stupid like that.
I'll tell you,
That's
man.
nuts.
I've been looking for.
I have multiple copies of same statues because they have multiple heads or arms.
That is true. You do that.
Yeah, but you know what, man?
I do.
I've been searching for this thing for quite a while. I've never seen anybody display it that way. I didn't even know that came with the kit
Someone's
until
going to send in a picture and prove you wrong.
and maybe they could do it. Yeah, because they'll fucking go and switch theirs around real quick, then fucking take a picture. And as soon as they're done sending it to me, they'll go back and switch it the right way. Because everybody
Just
wants to
assume
see.
people are cheating, that's
Everybody
right.
wants to see the hat and the whip on Indy. You know.
Agreed.
Yeah, because if somebody walks in and there's some dude in a turban with a staff, they're like, "Who's that, Moses?"
I bet you somebody has a shirt off and just a hat.
Fair point.
Yeah. Oh no, there's a Temple of Doom version as well.
You didn't cover. You covered NYCC in your new video, Bobby, but you didn't cover that. What's his face? Statue.
I'm debating on whether or not to choke you. Continue. Because there's one thing I did miss, and it fucking hit right after I finished the video.
What is it?
Black Series stuff. It was they released a Luke in Stormtrooper outfit for Black Series.
Luke or Obi-Wan?
Luke.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, this.
Oh, not the Jedi
no,
Stormtrooper outfit.
No, that's fucking badass
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
And they released it was a Rocket Trooper or some shit. I was like, meh. And then they released one that was like fucking relatively exciting. I can't remember. I'll look it up real quick.
And but anyway, so I got the Dr. Jones.
So was it worth all that headache with the guy that was selling it? Now that you have it in hand.
Well, here's the drag. I think this might be psychosomatic.
Uh-oh.
It might not be real. I think it has a hint of smoke on it.
I think it might not be real.
It might not.
Oh,
But
really?
Like a smoker's house.
There's a way to get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
Ozone. No. There's ozone. O3.
Oh, okay. I was like,
They just spray it with like a can of air.
I don't know if they sell ozone in the air. There's a machine for it. They have it at big dry cleaner warehouses.
dude, it was
How do
a,
you know so much about dry cleaning, Joe?
My mom had a dry cleaning factory.
Okay.
Like she did insurance stuff where they take a whole house worth of stuff after smoke and fire damage. And
Oh, really?
They restore it.
you are a Stereotype's greatest hits.
I know.
Dude, corner market, but at a rich neighborhood, and dry cleaner, but a factory. It's like taking
Yeah.
the next
And
level,
you play
bro.
piano,
Kinda.
And you're good at math.
I have a doctorate.
and you have a doctorate.
It was Dr. Afra and the two droids, the murder droids.
I thought you said Dr. Afro for a second. I was like,
Dude, Dr. Afro's the shit.
But we are getting a vintage collection. Jedi Master Luke.
Cool.
it was the fly statue, the Jeff Goldblum.
In the
with
drive
chest.
statue.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
And the
Feist.
But like, are you sure there's a hint of smoke on it? Because smoke is
like,
usually strong.
I mean, like maybe he smoked in it before and it's been airing out for a year. I don't fucking know. But I caught a whiff of it, but then I was like, it's fine. And the only other thing too is like it's all like the coat is very difficult to put on, and there is like a little inseam rip on the coat, but it's nothing that you can't fix with some needle and thread. You know what I mean?
You're gonna sew up
But
your
it's hard
dog's
to get that
clothes?
fucking jacket on them. And I told my girls when I got them, they're like, "What is that Indiana Jones box?" I'm like, "Oh, it's Daddy's new Barbie." And that's what like my youngest even said to my wife.
The video I put up Saturday, I was talking about this shit. This factory that got seized for like $33 million worth of KO shit
Oh, where was this?
in
China.
China.
and I was like, for those keep, I gave like the yuan. What is it? Yuan? Is that how you say it? The money?
Something like that.
YUAN. And I was like, which for those keeping count is 33 million such and such United States doll hairs. And then I cut to a Black Widow Hot Toys figure, and then you zoomed in and like doll hairs.
Oh man, so funny. But he's right now he's in my living room. Like when you walk in the house.
Yeah, I like it. I was like, well, you could keep it here.
So we remember we had that big mirror in that living room. You know,
You might say his name should be Bruce Vane.
That's we got rid of that, and I put the. Oh, dude, is that legit?
Yeah, Sideshow.
You might need to get that.
Oh fuck no! That's not the. Is that the Fly?
Yeah.
Or is that
It's
that's
from
Heath?
Jurassic Park.
That's
It's from
Jurassic
Jurassic
Park.
Park.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah,
Fuck no.
dude, it doesn't look like him enough. Though.
I know.
We're looking at a
I know,
statue of Jeff Goldblum.
because it's not Hot Toys.
Yeah,
Hot Toys did it.
Dude, it's $600. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm sure he gets royalty.
I got 3 Hot Toys showing up Thursday, Mac.
Did they have to pay Jurassic Park people? Did they pay him?
Probably. I don't know. Anyway, so we got rid of the mirror in there, and actually the Goonies map in the shadow box is upstairs in the living room.
Oh,
now.
nice. I mean, that
So-
that can fit. In
What
a
it does is
classy
it's got
thing.
like kind of the nautical theme in that room. You know what I mean? So pirate mat would work. But like I'm thinking about taking because like if you go to my house, there's not a fucking painting on the wall except the dining room and like a couple pieces of art in the living room. There's like some there's nothing in the family
There's a
room.
lot
There's
of
nothing in
wall
the-
space.
There's a lot of empty wall space, which Joe judges me on every time I come in.
No, it's just that you're lacking wall space in the basement, and you have all that fucking wall space upstairs.
All right, Joe, stop yelling at me, okay? I told you. I'm trying
I
to
get
fix the
passionate
problem.
about
So
shelves.
they're painted well, though, aren't they? Aren't they like in my head? They're like it's more than just a flat paint, or is it just a flat paint?
No, I mean everything's painted well. We got crown molding and everything.
No, but I mean, like, is it like a, like there's like, what I'm talking about?
A show.
Eggshell.
No, like it's a flat paint, right? All right, it is a flat paint. It's just a flat one color paint.
Oh, there's walls that have 2 different paint colors on them. Like if you're looking. This is boring.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Anyway, but
So middle aged fucking
Yeah,
domestic old men talk.
there's talk about incorporating different nerd aspects throughout the house.
Okay.
But doing it in a classic way. So bringing some, the Dinobots up with the fireplace, obviously.
Obviously.
Shit like that. Actually, right now it's just my grandfather's flag up there. But so we moved a shit ton around the house.
He was a Nazi. Everybody in their head is gonna think like an American flag, so the joke is to just throw them for a loop.
How dare you?
His face.
Yeah, he was the one who was
Full stop.
He's the one who was actually Jewish.
You know what's funny? Last week I hosted Nerd
It was
Rage.
American flag. He was a goddamn hero. All right.
Not unlike myself. Served. Step forward with those who would serve. I hosted last week. I have a harder time being funny when I'm hosting. I found
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
it's more responsibility.
Yeah. Dude, is it me? Is it fucking hot as shit down here?
I'm warm.
It's because the weather isn't cold nor hot outside.
Oh, so the air's not kicking on.
So if it's cold outside, it's hot inside. If it's hot outside, it's cold inside, like in the basement
Yeah.
specifically.
So we can turn the air conditioning up. So
It won't do anything. It won't do
just
anything.
turn it down low enough.
Yeah, I'm turning it down low enough.
It'll do something. That's how it works.
Man, I got 3 Hot Toys coming. I can't be turning it down too low.
Jesus, I'll give you the money. I'll give you $20 for the power. Let's put that motherfucker down to 65 for a few hours.
you can put Optimus Prime next to the flag.
That's not wrong. You're not wrong.
Maybe.
All red, white, and blue. Also,
You know what, dude? That hot toy, that MP10 to me is looking very toyish recently.
paint it. That's your
dated.
problem.
It's
You need to
dated.
paint- If you paint it nice, like
I changed it to brighter lights around it. It looks very
it's
toyish.
plasticky. Have you seen a well painted MP10? And those are great. Like with the
Yeah.
actual chromed out, chrome parts.
Anyway, so I've been watching Castle Rock. That's on Hulu. It's like this story where all of the Stephen King universes kind of collide. So there's a lot of it takes place at Shawshank.
Yeah.
I'm about 4 or 5 episodes into it. It's fucking freaky,
I
man.
heard about that.
It's fucking freaky. I don't exactly understand what's going on now because it's starting to spoon feed you. But I think the devil is just a person who, when people are in proximity of him, they become evil. I don't even know if it's his fault.
Or is it?
Which-
Is
and-
turn them evil?
Almost like a disease.
Almost.
Or
It's like,
just-
it's like the Purple Man disease.
or just
you know?
brings it out in them.
Yeah, like he
because
just
of our habit.
he just looks at somebody and they want to start killing each other.
Or maybe it just releases the inhibitors.
I don't know. Don't try to analyze it, Joe. All right.
I like Stephen King. I've read a lot of Stephen King books.
Hey, man,
bro.
calm down. Don't yell at me, man. Do we got a problem, man? Are you all right? All right. Are we all right? Are we okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Shitty walk.
I watched the Joe Rogan. I think it's called Strange Times. I was fucking rolling. My wife and I watched it last night.
I'm surprised you didn't go when he was in town.
You know what?
A couple weeks ago.
She actually was about to buy tickets. But I think something happened. She was doing that. I got her Caps tickets here recently because she was big into hockey when she was a kid. And since the Caps won last year, or since they've been in the playoffs, to be correct, she's been like watching and everything. And so we're going this year. So that's one thing that not really nerd week. I have to go to a sports game, especially hockey.
It's cold.
It's your people.
No, hockey. Being cold is great.
You should enjoy that
I fucking
shit.
love that shit.
I don't
but
know,
like,
man.
you can't like. All right, so this company I was working for one time, there's like a lottery to give away box seats.
Yep.
And we went and watched a hockey game like years ago. And I took two of our friends, and I couldn't even fucking see the puck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? You can't even see what they're doing.
I mean, a lot of
And
times
she's
when
like,
you go to sports
you get
games-
used to it. You get used to it. Okay.
Get used to not seeing shit. Or like you go to a sports game and you're looking at the fucking Jumbotron anyway, but just fucking go home and watch on
Yeah,
TV.
yeah.
You know what you should do as a joke?
What's
like
that?
one day, like a big hockey game comes on TV. You should have her like, look, we're gonna watch the game. We're gonna watch the game today. We're gonna have like some snacks and shit, and then you prepare all the snacks. And when the game comes on, you come down in a hockey jersey and stretch pants and Uggs, and you could be like the sports wife.
I'm not doing that.
Oh shit! Do you see the fucking dude jumping out of the octagon and attacking?
I heard about it. I have not seen it.
And then a bunch of people rushed the fucking octagon itself and attacked. I was gonna say Ewan McGregor, but it's not.
McGregor, he got his ass kicked though, right? Didn't he?
Well, he got
I
jumped.
don't know.
Before.
Oh, and in the fight, he
Yeah.
tapped. He got.
yeah. He was getting choked out. Yeah. I saw like.
But it was crazy. The guy just jumped off the cage, and you see the meme of him as a flying eagle, like fucking kung fu.
Dante shared some video. I saw it.
No, I
That's
haven't
fucking
seen it.
crazy.
I've heard about it. Also, I finally watched that Watchmen Uncut.
Oh, nice. And
it was great, man.
dude, it's fucking epic.
It is.
Was Dr. Manhattan uncut?
Oh yeah, for sure. He was uncut.
I gotta take a closer look. I haven't watched it on the big screen yet. You know what I mean?
It doesn't disappoint. It is.
You know, I can watch it with my dick pillow.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's definitely there's definitely more dong in it as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's the difference? It's just extended, or is
It's
it
about
rearranged?
30 minutes more footage, and then the Black Freighter
Oh yeah, all the Black Raider stuff.
freighter is mixed in it.
Okay.
And like they had like when the old Night Owl gets killed, and that scene, how that was edited with the old Night Owl was fucking perfect.
I can't remember it.
Because like the punks jumped his house at top knots, and when as soon as he about to hit it, it flashed the past where he was punching somebody else.
Oh yeah,
And then like he get hit.
yeah. It's like his glory days versus Fuck, dude, that
it
shit
was
is so
That
good.
was really good.
I need to watch that. I haven't watched the extended cut.
And there's a bit in it. I want to say when John is saying, "In 3 minutes, you're going to tell me that you're sleeping with Daniel," and she's like, "You already know." And he's like, "Well, I'm sleeping with Daniel." He's like, "You are," and he gets mad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think that was in the first one, but it's crazy how temporally he's decompartmentalized.
Yeah.
You know, like just because he knows his future and knows his past, he still has a human reaction in the present, which I think is fucking fascinating. And after I was done, I was like reading up on all the Doomsday Clock stuff for DC and everything, and what happened. Because unfortunately, here's one thing that I can side with Alan Moore, like
His beard, for one.
I mean, it's fucking wizard beard, amazing wizard beard.
Phenomenal.
But the problem is like at the end of the Watchmen, you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
In
Like-
the book?
like,
Or-
in the book,
Uh-huh,
yeah.
yeah.
Because it's like they got the journal. Are people going to believe it? This is a far right rag, you
Right.
know, and everything is peaceful. Are those people going to make a choice like everything's good? Do we mess this up?
Right.
But when they did that, you find out that it Ozymandias' plan did fail, and Rorschach kind of had the last laugh.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so they're trying to reset everything. But that was great. Let's see.
Dude, Night Owl screaming no, like
Oh, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so fucking
great.
powerful, man.
And seeing this
The
is the
Rorschach blood stain on the fucking
Yep,
snow,
yep.
like it's just so
did-
beautiful.
Zack Snyder. It made me go back and appreciate Zack Snyder, and I can see in this that Zack Snyder not only wanted to do this well, but I can see him prepping
Yeah,
for Batman
Yeah.
and Superman.
Yeah, and Superman especially.
Yeah. So it's fucking awesome. If they ever did a Clockwork or
Clockwork Orange.
No, what
they
is the
did
name
it.
of it?
It's pretty good.
No.
Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, if they ever do that, they should get Zack Snyder to do it.
I agree.
That'd be fucking awesome. A couple good podcasts I listen to. Joe Rogan. He had this like 80-year-old vegan cardiologist and this guy who basically was a vegan and went on the paleo diet, and they get lost in the weeds about saturated fat for 2 hours. I mean, it's crazy, but like, dude, it's so interesting about the whole scientific process. So, basically, the majority of all of our health science for diet stuff between the 1940s and the 1990s, for that 50-year period, is basically groups of people filling out questionnaires. That's it.
Yeah. And it's mostly, we're finding now in the last 5-10 years, most of it is wrong.
Oh, yeah. It's like definitely wrong. But like, it's so crazy. But just because they don't have causation, they can still kind of predict correlation, right? Yeah. I mean, they can predict, like, so if I tell you, hey, Bobby, eat more fruits and vegetables and reduce your fat intake by 20%, you're going to be healthy. Your heart is going to be healthy. But it's not necessarily the fat that's making you unhealthy. It's just that a fat is associated with people who don't exercise as well. So if you eat a high-fat diet, you probably don't exercise as well. You probably don't get a lot of sleep. You probably have a very stressful life as well. And you're just kind of eating just to, I don't have time to say, give me that burger. Blah, blah, blah.
And there's like,
it's so crazy, man.
And like, I've been, ever since I talked about it a couple weeks ago, I've been looking into a lot of diet stuff recently. And like, there's also, it seems to be to me, a significant amount of evidence to state the same scenario, right? That like you're eating a high percentage fat diet and then the doctor says, well, eat more fruits and vegetables, cut down on the fat. From what it seems to me, the improvement that causes may be equal to just introducing that much fruits and vegetables into your diet with that much fat.
Fibers and micronutrients.
It's not so much cutting down the quote unquote negative and introducing the positive. It's just introducing the positive.
Yeah. And like each individual is so different. There's this fucking thing I saw. It looks like a vape stick that you blow into.
You have my attention.
But anyway, like you blow into it, right? And then you drink this shake and you wait like 15 minutes and you blow into it again, and it calculates how the proteins, the carbs, the sugars or whatever your body processes it. And everybody will have slightly different results. And from that, it can tell you how your metabolism is working. And like, I've been really wanting to try that out just to understand it more, but it's like $200.
Yeah.
And I'm like, actually, let me correct that. It's $300.
Anybody got one I can hold?
Yeah, it's $300. But if you have 23andMe, you get $100 off because they're actually using. They got to analyze your DNA as well.
Yeah, and they go and sell it to insurance companies.
Hey, dude. But you know what, man?
To make your premium go up.
Did you know what, man? If that is an incentive for me to live a healthier life, it also incentivizes the insurance company to teach people.
But
in more programs.
The problem is when they analyze your gene and find out any possible hereditary problem you have, they raise your premium regardless of your lifestyle.
Yeah, but
it's just because you're possibly at more risk.
But I don't have any hereditary things. I've already checked that. And if you do have a hereditary, maybe you should pay higher premiums because you're going to die of that. You know what I mean? I mean, see, that's the whole argument about insurance that I fucking think is bullshit, right? Because the truth of the matter is, it's a collective. Everybody's collecting their money to pay out if something bad happens, right?
I can't get
but
into
insurance.
That, I know the ins and outs, and that's just not how it is.
No, but insurance companies are the oldest, richest companies in the world. That's a fact.
I know.
That's a fact.
That's a problem.
I know it's a problem.
It's a scam.
Yeah.
But you're just saying it's cool to pay high premium.
No, I'm not saying it's cooler to pay higher premiums. I never said that.
Cool. It's just,
I said maybe you should. Maybe you should.
Or maybe we should have a better system.
I mean, I don't disagree with that either. I think those can both exist. But like, all right. So here's the example, right? You are a relatively healthy person. You don't smoke. You don't drink. You probably work out 5 times a week, sometimes 5 times a day, right?
If you count sex, yes.
You watch what you eat emphatically, right?
I don't know that word.
Like a lot.
Yes.
Like you're a Nazi about your diet, right?
Unfurl the flag.
You choose healthy things. You probably don't do risky activities.
I eat ass. That's pretty risky.
Is it? Parasites?
Can't be.
It can be.
Parasites?
Depends on what ass you're eating.
That's true. But you're not jumping out of airplanes. You're not skateboarding. You're not fucking parkouring.
Joe
You're
skateboarding
not
is
skiing.
wild.
You're not skiing. You know what I'm saying?
With a helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to wear a helmet.
if I look at you and your insurance premiums, right, and then I get somebody else, and listen, I'm just open. I'm not saying I agree with this. I'm just saying let's just ask the question. And you find somebody else who's got chronic illness who will die by the time they're 30, and it's gonna cost them $500,000 for the last 3 years of life for health benefits. I mean, that's crazy.
Part of it, I
to
think,
think that they should pay the same as you.
66%, I think, of American is obese now. It's like the norm. Fat acceptance is like the norm. There's a
Yeah.
movement-
My only issue with
movement
this
for it.
shit.
Yeah, but the obese thing, are you just talking about normal BMI between height and weight?
No, just fucking fat people.
Well, there are fat people, Joe. I agree.
There are a lot of them.
But like, I bet you,
It's normalized.
I
It's
bet
more-
you your BMI is higher than it should be.
No,
right?
it is.
You
I
have
know.
you
I'm not
have
talking
you
about
have an
BMI.
obese BMI.
I'm not talking about BMI though. I'm just talking about just look around you when you go out.
My issue is don't charge me for some shit I might get.
Yeah,
That's my issue.
'Cause
Like,
usually-
don't charge me for
I'm down with that.
don't charge me for a crime I might commit.
I hear you.
Minority Report.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, like,
But
just because you have heart disease running in your family doesn't mean you can
Absolutely.
definitely get it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I hear you. But if you have,
Lifestyle
fucking
choices.
spina bifida, you're
yeah.
born with spina bifida. Well, you know what? You're gonna have spina bifida your whole fucking life.
That's when you're bit by a radioactive spider.
That's right.
That's when your spinal cord is exposed because your fucking spine boned and closed all the way.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it was a radioactive spider.
dude, in my store we sell fucking paternity test. So it's like $20, and
it's gotta be so legit.
Please say it's
dude,
sponsored by Maury.
Dude, no, I wish, but I've seen the people have come in being interested in it.
Like this.
But then, like, you look at that box, it's like the test kit is $20. You have to pay $200 to send it in to get tested, and he's like, "Oh, never mind." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you should. If you're thinking about it, you should probably
Yeah.
get it.
He's like,
Spend
nah,
the
I'm-
money, man."
I'll roll the dice on it.
For $200, dude.
I'm saying this guy, whoever's picking
yeah.
it.
I mean, it's not often, but like it's been once in a while. People look at it and be like, "Oh, it's only $20." I'm like,
Anyway,
if you have, I don't know. You guys don't have that kind of question about your kids. Look like you guys. So.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not worried.
No, not the oldest.
The oldest doesn't look like you.
It looks like your
Oh,
mom. It looks like her
wife.
mom.
No, my God.
Yeah,
There's not a hint of
I
me.
think she gets your eyes. Doesn't
No, she's
Oh,
got my
yeah,
mom.
so
She,
she-
It's like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
KO
looks like-
version with little fucked up mold.
looks like fucking Laura. Like,
yeah.
Well, they always say that Maury, right? It looks just like him, and it's like it's not his
the
kid.
baby's definitely mine.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
The baby's definitely mine.
The
Anyway.
middle one too.
Yeah, that's a
Behavior-wise, at least.
Anyway, this podcast, Joe, I really want you to. I would
I
like
will.
you to
I will
listen
listen
to
to
it and then have a dialogue in regards to it because it's funny, man. This old and the thing is like this old doctor who's a vegan. He's been like a vegan for 40 years. He's like 80 years old, and he's a healthy dude, and he's a surgeon. He's a heart surgeon. But this guy who's a fucking scientist, and he owns some kind of, I don't know, fucking science lab place, whatever science places
It's
do.
like the children's place, except it's a science place.
Yeah, for children who don't science well enough.
yes, scientist.
So that's really
a
good.
fucking movie, man.
And there's a really good one with Dave Rubin, but now I can't recall what it's about. So you guys been following the Supreme Court shit?
I'm trying not to. It's hard not to, but I've been trying not to.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
I think, regardless of whether he's guilty or not, his behavior during the hearing suggests that he shouldn't be a fucking highest law of the land. Behavior alone, regardless, even if he's innocent.
The original hearing or the questioning afterwards?
Whenever he was fucking just being a belligerent asshole.
Oh, when they were accusing him of gang raping people.
Have you seen an ostrich? That's sort of me when it comes to politics.
I
these
wish
days.
I need to dig my hole deeper.
Because I don't. The only social media I scroll through
Yeah.
is Instagram,
I'm trying to transition to that.
and it's just filled with butts and toys.
Yeah, no, mine too.
Dude, I hear you, but like,
I don't blame anyone for getting involved. My problem is I know I'm not willing to put forth the work to decipher things objectively. So I'd rather not be tainted.
And beyond that, even if you're willing to put in the work to decipher things, like, are you going? If you're not going to put in the work to do anything about it, what the fuck is the point? If you're not going to go vote, or you're not going to fucking protest, you're not going to write your congressman or call. If you're not going to do that, then just fucking don't complain about it. If you're doing something about it, go for it.
This I did not call my congressman, but like this is the one time I wanted to. Like,
but you didn't.
Sure. No, I didn't.
So
but I
what's
mean,
the
like,
point?
but like, I mean, I think trying to figure out who I got to call and like look it up is like it's one step closer. But it's I mean I'm being legit about that.
It's getting there. Like,
it's
actually
like,
make your.
yeah, it's like fuck. I need to fucking like what do I say? What do you say to your senator or your senator? And be like,
What's
the fuck is wrong with you?
What's your first name? Let's start there.
Yeah. But like, dude, like, I do think, and this kind of comes off the Joe. I wish this happened before the Joe Rogan special because he talks about some of the sexism type stuff. Like, I don't like the fact that now we live in a world where if you're innocent of something. Like, let's say this dude is 100% innocent. It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, the court of public opinion.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. And like, it's funny to me that we have like.
I mean, that's why people wanted an investigation to find out if he's innocent, right?
He did want an investigation. I mean,
that was the big do is to get it, not to.
So
you shouldn't just make someone guilty or innocent.
Now here's the
investigate.
Guilty or innocent.
Innocent. But here's the kicker, right? So he got confirmed. He's been sworn in.
I don't know why anyone's surprised.
He's a Supreme Court justice, right?
No shit, I could have told anybody that.
Why is that?
Dude, just the way the system works. Like, anyone who thought otherwise is dumb. That thought he wasn't going to get in?
Why?
Because I'm a fucking cynicist. We weren't going to get a full investigation on this guy. We weren't going to get anything done. It was just going to delay the process until he gets in. That was all there is to it. That's what I've been saying since the beginning. And I've never been closer to fucking quitting Facebook until this fucking week. I already looked up how to fucking keep Messenger and quit Facebook. I just need to do it. I'm so fucking done with this shit.
Messenger's all on it, but I need the fucking pages.
Because you can have. I just found out. I thought you couldn't have Messenger without.
Can you have
Facebook?
the pages? Can you have the pages app?
Yes. Yeah, you can.
You can.
Yeah.
See, that's the. Oh, yeah. The only thing else I use it for is for setting up Skullfest and for setting up the Halloween party.
Yeah, you're different because you have. Like,
I would drop Facebook if it wasn't for this podcast.
Yeah, I mean it helps with
Russell's. Yeah, I mean like
like there are those benefits,
and that's the thing. Like,
I use that shit very specifically. I use that shit like a hammer. Like, if I have a nail that needs to get driven in, I use my Facebook to drive the nail in, and then I'm off it.
The problem is I keep track with like my acquaintances and friends, distant friends with Facebook.
I just want to see like
I
how
can't
your
do that
kids
with
are doing, man.
I know, but I
you
can't
know what I mean? Like, I don't want to
Instagram.
know how the fuck you feel about politics. Like, I don't care.
I don't put any political
No, I'm not saying
thing.
you specifically.
I'm saying but like in general, like I don't engage. Like, but I do think that it's an important thing to have dialogue about and to like talk and like not figure it out, but like, hey, what do I think about this? What's good with this? How do we go forward? Like, having constructive, like, good dialogue, and I do think that's like a more and more difficult thing to do. And I think it's dangerous if we can't do it.
I mean, we can't do it with Star Wars. We're not going to do it with politics.
But there's certain things that
we can do it with Star Wars.
There are
but people aren't.
Yeah, maybe it's that's the Russian bots.
Dude, did you read that? The full report.
I tried. Did you download the guy's
shit.
thing?
Yeah, I got it. It's in the.
You had to download the app though, right?
No. It's on there. I put it in the comment.
I read that, but that was a synopsis of the report. The full report, you had to download like some kind of like file sharing thing for the full report.
Let me see. Oh shit! It's Spotify. Continue.
Yeah. Anyway, let me ask you this, Joe, and I'll drop it. If now that it's done though, right? Do you think they should continue investigating it? And if you find out it's a lie, like she was lying the whole time.
No, it's all here. You just got to scroll through it.
Oh, download. Oh no, I didn't read that whole thing. Then.
Dude, it's fucking. I couldn't make it through all of it.
Yeah,
but we'll get there.
Okay. I mean, do you think that should be investigated, or do you think just drop it?
If the investigation isn't done, then yes.
And what if
shit is done, drop it. Like just like after someone like a trial, if you found guilty or innocent, you don't keep going after it.
Innocent.
Innocent.
appeal or whatever it is.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, what do you think should happen criminally if the accusers made false accusations?
If it's confirmed to be false, or if they weren't sure, if they 100% said, yeah, this person is guilty of lying, then you should get the fucking punishment. Just like
Well, it used to be in Maryland, if you made any sort of domestic abuse charge, somebody goes to jail.
yeah, either
Is it not the same anymore?
I don't know. I just don't want to. I don't want to speak out of turn.
Yeah.
but it should be that way. If you're falsely accusing someone of a crime and you found to be falsely accusing someone, you should get the punishment for that crime.
The problem with that, though.
Okay.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah,
Of
no.
course.
The only reason why I mention it is because I remember cases coming up where women would call and say, "He hit me,"
Yeah.
and he didn't hit her.
Yeah.
But she was like, "I want this motherfucker out of my house. He hit me."
Yeah.
And then they come and arrest him, and then like, she wouldn't have any marks on. The house is in perfect condition, and cops would be like, "But are you sure?" Because just to be clear, we came here for this call, so if you're lying, you're going to go to jail. And now she's scared to say it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So now she, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
now,
yeah.
whereas before it could have been, he just gets out of the house for 24 hours and then they can sort it out later. But now, like, no, I'm sticking to my guns because either now he's going to jail or I'm going to jail.
But it's supposed to be a deterrent for you not to lie about shit.
Of course.
Right.
But it's just, nothing's perfect.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to. You know how on your just on your video.
Let me say this real quick.
You know how you said your least favorite saying, Bobby, is "it is what it is."
Yeah.
And I never knew why, but you kind of say, "Oh, it's defeatist." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit!" Now I understand why it is my favorite. I say it is what it is. No, I say that people. I say what it is a lot.
Oh, really?
I don't
Yeah.
think you're defeatist, Joe, because I think you're passionate about it. I think
Cynical.
you don't see. I think you
Nihilist.
can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I still think you feel the way it is. I think people, it is what it is. They just don't care. They're indifferent. I don't think you're indifferent.
I mean, it's not. No, it is what it is. As in, like, shit is bad. It's gonna be bad. Accept it. That's how I am. Not
Dude,
care.
Life is suffering.
It is.
The only way through it is to live an honorable way that with in making meaning.
Dude.
What you got, Joe? Let me read this.
This is just what I wrote.
Life
like,
is a series of shit that you have to do that you don't want to deal with. At some point, you just don't want to be obligated to do anything anymore. Yeah, that sounds really dark, Joe.
This is the shit I write on my notepad on my own time.
Dude, do we need to have intervention, Joe?
No, I'm a pussy. I can't kill myself because I lack the courage.
Dude, somebody's gonna respond to that last statement to you and be like, dude, I'm here for you. Joe,
It's
what do
okay.
you need?
Dude, I've had a gun many years. It's loaded next to my bed nightstand. I haven't done it yet. I'm not gonna do it.
Is it cruiser safe though?
It's
Loaded on empty chamber.
No, it's chambered. Everything's chambered in my house.
Your shotgun's chambered?
It's fracked.
Yeah, I mean it's the action is closed on an empty chamber and the tube is filled.
Yeah.
That's good. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is that. It's fine, people. I'm a dark guy.
I don't know.
Hey, you guys balance me out, man. Bobby being the ultimate optimist, like he's the most optimist guy I know. Despite of like some shitty thing that happened to him, he's like, "I'm going on an upswing," or "That should happen, that should happen," but this is good.
It's a very fragile.
That's funny. I don't think Bobby's the ultimate optimist.
Dude, he sees both of you sees the good in people, but like I feel like
I agree.
I feel like you can.
They both see the good in people.
Yeah, I feel like him so more so. I don't know why. I don't have anything to back this up, but I feel like he sees the innocence and the good in people a lot.
I actually think you're like a very realist.
I'll take it.
Yeah, like I think that he's like.
I think I would.
There is a choice there.
I would consider myself a realist as well, but I think I'm a realist with optimistic sunglasses.
There you
Okay,
go.
That's down with that. I'm down. Well, I do think But Viktor Frankl said the only power we have is to choose our disposition in a situation we don't have any control over, Joe.
Dude, if I was Frankl, I'd be mad about the disposition of my last name.
You can change that though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
I'm probably not pronouncing it right. Anyway.
I hope you are.
Anything else?
Anything else? That was a Dave Rubin podcast that was really good. I can't remember what it was. I don't know. I enjoyed you guys' Pinkerton show, though. It was good. Oh!
So we're going to splinter off from you and do our own show now.
I do want to correct you on something.
Okay. You must be subscribed to my channel. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you made a comment about some guy that was like, "Oh, who are you?" I wasn't wearing tactical gear. That.
Oh no! I mean, just like it was shit with pockets.
No,
and
it
shit
wasn't. It wasn't. I was wearing a DMH shirt and blue jeans. I know exactly because it was JR and I were helping you with the booth, and we were both wearing the same thing, and I was wearing blue jeans and a DMH shirt. So, but it's funny. This was interesting about memory. But it's funny. I do wear a lot of pockets.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got
You're a Rob Liefeld
majority of my pants, and there was one. I had one pair of pockets. It had pockets at the ankles. No
I
bullshit.
remember the boots specifically because when he said it, I looked straight down at your boots.
I might have had my boots on.
Yeah, it was like those ones that looked like you could
But I
go to
don't think
Iraq.
you were
in them.
there. I don't think
Oh, I was definitely there.
JR was
definitely there.
Well, anyway, this is the funny thing about memory. You might have been there. You might have been there in your mind now as remembering because JR and I told you the story.
No. I was definitely there.
I'm not saying you did. Memory is a funny thing, but we do blend things. I do find that fascinating. I wonder in the future if like everything will be recorded, and you're like
There's a good movie on that. With Robin
Final
Williams.
Cut.
Yeah. But you don't forget to find out until you die.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like that Dark Mirror episode, or Black Mirror.
Dude, that's such a good show.
Yeah, I need to watch that more. I just don't have fucking time to
Dude,
watch
that
shows.
one episode, like with putting the plant in the kid so that you can always see what they're doing and where they're going and all that shit. Like that one is fucking scary.
I haven't seen that one.
Holy shit!
It's dude, it's gonna happen. Yeah. But I wonder too if like everything changes. You know what I mean?
Nothing stays the same forever.
It is a process. I
Even
agree.
me.
But I mean, like what we hold dear about things, there's ideas and concepts that we just let go, and because we let that go, it's not as it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. You know what I mean? Like you never know. Anyway,
Memories can be just made up. You can make yourself believe in shit.
yeah.
I mean,
screen memories. Yeah,
Just the fact that you can remember dreams tells you how fucked up memory is. Because
Dude, I
dreams
had a
never happen.
Fucked up dream recently.
Oh,
And
do
you
tell.
I can't not here. I'll tell
I'm
it on
pausing.
Patreon.
I'm
No.
pausing.
I'll tell it on Patreon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
I'll tell it. Oh my god, dude. I don't even know what doctor to research.
You got to tell me now.
Dr. Francis.
No,
I won't
no,
be able-
because I want your live reaction, or I guess you could
Yeah.
record it and drop it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, stand by.
That-
It might be time.
That's
It
a
might be
fucking
time.
crazy ass story. I
Yeah,
cannot.
it might be time.
I can't process it. Like
Yeah.
I wish I
listen,
didn't have the visuals in my
this-
head. I wish I've never met all the parties involved, but I have, so I can fucking picture it perfectly.
I think that story fucked me up.
It's so fucked up that we're debating not putting it out on Patreon.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I don't know what's going on.
But you know what? It could have just been some spicy food.
I don't know what's going on
Could have been
upstairs.
some spicy food.
The lights are on, but you're not home. You're mine. It's not your own.
Oh God,
Robert Palmer's. What happened to that guy, man?
I don't know. He's just
That
addicted
dude's
to
a fucking
love.
gentleman.
Was he?
Yeah, he always
Dude.
wore the suit.
Yeah, and the chicks that he was always.
Yeah, they were slick.
Yeah.
Slick chick.
Classy. Classy. Yet stylish.
And with a little bit of dirt in there.
Yeah. Rick and Morty season 3 is on Hulu now, so we've been watching that because I bootlegged it. But now, like, the
Watching
wife
it
and
properly.
wife and I are enjoying it. This show is so
It's
fucking good, man.
Great.
That last episode with the president,
Yeah.
and the whole Citadel episode,
Yeah.
Simple Rick.
I mean, yeah, every fucking episode.
We've captured that flavor. We've captured that feeling and put it in a flavor. Simple Rick. Anyway, that's
Anything
it.
else?
That's it. That's all we got. I don't know. I might need to have a drink.
At fucking 10
Are you
o'clock
gonna
in
be
the
all
morning.
right though, man? Did we fuck you up?
No,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
Are you in a bad
Sometimes
headspace
you
now?
can share too much.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes
I
there's too
know.
much sharing.
There's some PTSD going in your eyes.
No, it was stressful. It was stressful. I mean, it was like a nightmare. You know what I mean? Like not in the sense of like I was scared, but like when you wake up from a bad dream and you're like, oh fuck, sweet, it's not real. You know, like that. It was like that. You know, like
It was because it was so vivid that
you know,
you lived the moment.
I watched this thing on dreams and nightmares and shit like a long time ago, like the evolutionary purpose of them, right?
Yeah.
Was there some subtle racism in that dream?
I don't think so.
No, he just knows he plays to his audience.
So, there was this documentary I watched on dreams one time, and they were talking about how like the purpose of nightmares were like, so when you were a caveman, you
Okay, I do have one more thing from my nerd.
go ahead.
Remember. No, can finish story.
you would dream that like a bear was attacking you, so that when a bear attacked you, you were more psychologically prepared to
Yeah.
handle it. So I'm not even going there with it, but I'm just saying like it is funny how like when you're a kid that like my nightmares would be like the house catching on fire or monsters or
I just solved it.
Or what?
I just solved it.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
And then as you get older, you start having nightmares about like getting in a car accident, getting arrested.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
because your fears change.
That's true. I've never had a car accident nightmare till I started driving. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I do know this guy who literally, like, he interprets dreams. It's like one of his jobs, and they're pretty fucking insightful. But I've solved it.
Okay.
Nailed it.
That's exactly what it's going to be, man.
Maybe.
And then you're not going to be able to look at me the same way. You're not going to be able to. Because maybe you got to vilify. You know what I mean?
Maybe. What was your other thing?
We had a 40,000 point
Yesterday.
Horace Heresy game.
Oh, a 40,000 point, 30,000 game.
Dude, it was.
Should have done 30K, 30K.
So I'll tell you, man, there were some pros and cons of the game, but I think I learned something about myself yesterday. So first off, shout out to Alex Lupical. Sometimes our guest on Nerd Rage, sometimes my guest on Beer and Boulders 40K. Maybe my
guest in the house.
Permanent yeah, my guest in my house right now is Alex. He's selling a house he bought
in West Virginia.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, so Alex, he was the master of disaster, organized the games, had other stuff incorporated, but basically each side had 15,000 points worth of models, and then there was other structures and stuff, and then Alex brought in other stuff later in the game in different turns. It was fun. It was long, so to speak, and it was chaotic. There's a lot of stuff going on. So there's 8 players plus Alex, and then we had 2 kind of looky-loos that came by. One was a new guy, really cool. I think his name is Skylar, and this new guy, Will, who happens to be actually went to school with my sister. And when he found out, my name, he was like, "Oh shit, are you related to this?" Yeah, she's my sister. That's crazy. Anyway, it's interesting, man. So it was time turns, and this game takes a long time anyway.
So much shit.
So if you play a 2,000 point game, it's probably going to take you at least 3 hours.
Yeah.
And that's with 2 people. With the 8 people, and there was all these different events that would happen between turns. There were the strategies. Every game turn would change. So one turn you're trying to kill flyers and drivers, and the next you might be trying to kill transports or HQ units.
Drippers and droppers was fucking amazing. When Robert D dropped that. Drippers and droppers. I'm
but it was interesting, man, because it was so timed. You had people who couldn't stay on focus or stay on target. And that frustrated their teammates. So Chris and I were the generals for our opposing sides, and we got along smashingly. But there was some interesting stuff, man. When people fuck up, there's a certain person who fucks up and has got to cover it up because they made a mistake, and there's a certain person that they fuck up and they get frustrated with themselves, and there's a certain person who wants the instant forgiveness for fucking up. And I felt like we witnessed every aspect of that yesterday. So there was one point where Chris and somebody on my team kind of got into it, and later and Chris got frustrated with him and basically called him an asshole. But then later listen, man, I didn't mean to call you an asshole. And the guy was listen, man. He's listen, man, I was purposely fucking with you a little bit, And so they worked it all out, and everybody left being friends. But it's an interesting thing, man. It's interesting that because it's high stress, it was packed in there. I mean, there's 11 people in that room. It's fucking hot. Everybody's trying to do things, 3 different things at one time.
How many stinky fatties were there?
None.
Everyone was
everybody was clean.
Nice.
It didn't stink in there. No, it was just hot. There's a lot of bodies in that little room. But it was interesting. But at one point, I was fucking frustrated. I was man, fuck this, man. I was.
It's not even fun anymore.
So the very first, it was the very first volley of activity. Everything that could go wrong went wrong, and everything that could go right went right. And there was some bullshittery afoot. There was one incident specifically, and it was on the opposing team, and Chris looked at me. He's like, "Dude, I'm sorry. That's some bullshit," And And I was like, dude, I don't even fucking care, dude. Let's just fucking get this over with. But then I was just like, dude, this is like, I'm just getting annoyed with people. But then after a while, I'm like, dude, why are you getting annoyed, man? Have fun. Don't be such a fucking platypus. You know what I mean? So like, in the middle of it, I was like, all right, you know what, man? Yeah, this is fun. This is good. This is what's going on. But it's funny, man. Like when you have your concept of how things are going to be, and like they take like a left turn, sometimes it can derail the whole thing. So I feel grateful for that aspect of the experience. But there's also just interesting to watch people's stressful interactions and what happens when that stress is turned up. Because they're like, dude, you have 5 minutes. And like somebody's counting down, you're 30, 29, 28. And like, you're trying to tell somebody like, dude, you don't have time to do that. Dude, you don't have time to do that. Dude, stop doing that. Dude, what are you doing? It's done. We're done. Put the dice down. Put your hands off the table. Like that's how it was. And Alex got like fucking drill sergeant on people. I mean, he was like, hands off my table. Step away. Alfred, step away from the Alfred. All right, that's it. Something just blew up. Alfred. Are you happy now? Something just blew up. I mean, he didn't do that to Alfred literally.
It sounds fun to watch,
dude,
but not
like,
participate.
It was fun. Like
just for the clusterfuck of it.
I would like to watch it just to like analyze people's interactions. That was the interesting point. Like I felt like I had to come out of my comfortability zone with things. And what's up?
Comfortability.
Comfort
I saw him catch
zone. Fuck you guys.
I didn't say anything.
No, but I saw you.
Comfort zone. That was a pretty good Joe impression. I had to come out of my comfort zone a little bit and get more comfortable with it. Mm-hmm. But it's funny, man, because there's like I do feel like there's one like interaction I had. I got to go back and talk to somebody like, dude, are you all right, man? Are we good? Because like he got really butthurt with something. I'm like, dude, look, man, it's right there, dude. And we talked about it beforehand, like, but it's, I think it's challenging. I think you need to have some of that sometimes with it to everybody get better. But at the end, I think we got a plan for the next version. But everybody had fun. Everybody had a good time. But I'll tell you, like, I painted some stuff for Chris last minute, Saturday night and Sunday morning, like before. I've never painted so many things so fast and got them like table ready in my life. Nice. Like it was, someone brag about it. No. But like I was like, come on, I gotta get this done. And that was rewarding. And Chris was even on my team. He was like the opposite team, but it was fun. It was really cool. Nice. So, and I gotta give props out to Chris strategically. He guessed exactly what my strategy was for my section of it. Like he was prepared for that. So that was pretty good.
Who won?
So, the Loyalist won.
I don't know who was who. I guess you were the Loyalists.
We were. So the interesting thing about it is that we took the most damage, but so the hard truth of it is that there was somebody on their team who was wasting a great amount of their time and wasn't doing target priority. So like we would get so many points for destroying this, right? And so when it was our turn, we focused on that one thing and destroy it. And when it was on their turn, they just focused on everything. So they weren't like Alice kind of getting frustrated. Like, listen, you need to go after this. You're not doing what I'm telling you, whatever. So there was a kind of a point deficit, but we were getting our fucking poo pushed in. Like the very first volley, like we put on things on the table and they would immediately come off. We wouldn't even get to use them, but they weren't shit that mattered, and shit got respawned and everything. So, but it was interesting. I didn't think that we were gonna pull. I didn't think that we were close to winning. Like at the end, he was like, "Yeah, it's 40-25." I'm like, "Oh, damn, they really whipped that." No, the Loyalist one. Like, are you serious? He's like, "Yeah." Then like he had everything spreadsheeted out, everything. So it was interesting.
Eyes on the prize, man.
Yeah,
get the objectives then.
Yeah. And our team was much more fluid in like we'd have a little meeting, be like, "All right, dude, you go for this, and like I would be like, "All right, man. You go and do all of this thing. You go and do all this thing, and I'll focus on this. Or you go do all the explosions and work with him, and that actually worked out pretty well. So it was good. Anyway, sorry that was the end of my week. Bobby,
you want to say?
I'm feeling lucky. Anyway,
Bobby's week now, right?
Yeah.
Because you started with a dream and it just derailed every fucking thing.
Yeah, do you feel like you lost the energy you had?
A little bit. I'm
sorry. Do you want a hug?
No. Not because of the drink. Not because of that. No.
I'll stand up.
I think it was just. I think I'll
stand up to hug you.
No, I think it's listening.
You're not getting it.
Oh. I've been reading The War of Jokes and Riddles. Still working my way through that, the Batman book. It's pretty good.
Is it about the Joker and the Riddler?
Not yet.
Huh.
It's all about Bane.
Huh.
I'm guessing they come into play at some point, but I'm not there yet.
It'd be cool if it just didn't.
Nobody cared that I had a sense of humor.
LOL. LMAO.
League of Shadows. I don't know. I think that we've done the Bane. Dude, I think Batman has ruined the Dark Knight stuff for me.
Yeah, you said that before.
Yeah, and I think the Bane voice is doing it even more because now all I want to say when I watch him, I want to say is Frowny Biscuit.
But dude, I love it. I mean, I've been watching a lot of scenes from those recently. Like, I mean, I think it's funny some of the inflections on the syllables.
Yeah,
but but I still like, dude. There's so like that speech that he gives on top of that fucking Hummer or whatever the bat tank, that is fucking powerful.
What is that thing called? Tumblr.
The Tumbler. You know, where he's like, you have been given a false idol. The Batman. Dude, like, I love it, man.
It grew on me. Like when the first time I watched him, like that's fucking weird.
I read him that way now. Like when I'm reading this book and he's in it, I read him that way.
Even though it doesn't look like
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
That's the voice.
It's his definitive voice for me.
I like the Teen Titans Bane. Like he's got that Hispanic. He's got that.
Yeah, he had it and he had a Hispanic accent.
Yeah,
because he's supposed to be Hispanic. But
well, yeah, and I don't know.
South American. Right?
yeah,
I don't know what country he's from, so I don't want to give it a somebody will correct. He's from Uruguay.
yeah.
I mean, like in the DC universe, they have made up cities, so he could be
True.
Metropolis and Gotham are real fucking
You
cities.
mean it's make believe?
Well, Marvel universe is real.
Yeah, yeah.
Except for Sokovia.
Sokovia. Yeah.
And
Anyway,
I think that's a recent thing, right? Sokovia.
I mean,
yeah.
in
I mean, the thing's
movies.
from the movies. Just,
Yeah.
And then the fucking Doctor Doom place,
No, Latveria.
Latveria.
And Black Panther place.
Yeah, what kind?
Well, anytime someone has their own kingdom,
What kind
there's-
of?
But it's always a little, tucked in like
I don't
a country.
care.
Yeah, I don't care.
Dude,
That's
so
my
good.
shit. I said like when my wife is saying something to me, sometimes I'm like, I don't care.
I don't care.
that would have answered one of the questions last week of what you say to your spouse. That's that quote from the movie.
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch. I got a bunch.
Tell Thanos he is in Wakanda now. He will find nothing but blood and dust.
Yeah, man.
Fucking.
There was a lot of dust in there afterwards.
I heard an interesting theory that Captain America's serum is based off of the Black Panther flower, and that's why they got the adamantium as well. Like so Stark.
Vibranium.
Yeah. So Stark and that other scientist that help him were probably in Africa because the Nazi campaign was in Africa a lot as well. So that would actually be cool if they tie that together. That the super soldier serum has something.
Dude,
to
I
do
think
with
there's a
that.
lot more
'Cause they ran
lines.
together at the same speed.
Yeah.
There's a lot more lines they could draw if they wanted to in those movies throughout.
I think it's cool for you for them to leave hints like that for you to fucking
Yeah. Oh, it's my favorite.
think about
It's
it.
my favorite.
I went to Pinkerton's on Saturday and helped put together the rock boxes. Dave Energon Addict came down from New York, and Brink came down, and Laura was helping. I've met Dave's wife years before, but like just kind of a hi, how you doing? So I got to like hang out with her a good bit. She's cool, but I mean, we worked from 10 in the morning till 4.
How many of those they put together?
I think 150.
What's all in them?
I can't talk about that.
Oh, they're
You'll
surprised.
find out.
Yeah, they're surprised.
Blind boxes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But it's fucking. I mean, it was a lot of work. Like they put a lot into that. Like,
Is the value really good?
like sometimes, like I think the one we got last year, and I told them this. I was like, I think that's gonna be a hard one to top. Like,
Oh, really?
It came with like a screwdriver set and like a spudger and like a whole bunch like shit like that. I was like, damn, it's fucking cool. For a collector to have.
Yeah.
You know. And this one's good, but it's just that second one. It's like topping the Dark Knight. It's always going to be hard to do.
So it's not Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, I don't think Dark Knight Rises top Dark Knight.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it is Dark Knight Rises.
yeah. I mean, I would put it like it's good, and you get a lot more shit.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just that like
You're a utility type of guy.
Yeah, I think when I opened up the second one, I was like, fuck, smart. Like, and this one I was like, this one is more of what I would expect.
What do you think too? Because you've seen behind the curtain, it might have affected your judgment.
Maybe I helped put together the second one also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But But there's a lot of shit, and there's one thing about this set that's fucking super cool.
Nice.
I can't can't give
You
it
just
away.
had to buy it.
How much is it?
50, I think. Which was an increase too in price because I think the last ones were 40 or 45. I can't remember. But
What's $5?
yeah, I
You can't
worked.
even buy a Happy Meal for that anymore.
I worked on that like all day, but it was fun and you know, ball breaking and all that kind of stuff. And you know, I kept anytime anybody. I mean, we all were taking breaks or checking your phone or whatever.
Yeah.
But anytime I saw anybody doing it, I was like, oh, can you like a status for me while you're, you know, like. So anytime anybody was missing, like we couldn't find them in the room or whatever, you know, I'd yell out like, "Hey, where are you sitting down at?" You know, like, you know, just have a good time. But it was good. I had a really good time. Actually, I didn't want to leave. We had to leave because the baby had been there all day and everything else.
yeah.
And, let's see.
Baby's just getting away.
Facts. So we worked on the Halloween costumes a good bit.
Nice.
I'm pretty excited about them. I mean, there's huge X factors as to whether or not we can pull it off, you know, but I'm really excited about it. And
Get my ideas.
I watched. Do you want to take a guess? And I'll cover my face so I can't give away any expressions.
I want to say it's going to be Star Wars themes this year because you've never done the Star Wars theme. So maybe Kylo and Rey.
Are the kids involved, or it's just a?
And scene. And then I watched The Arrival.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, you haven't seen that before?
I had not.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
So I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot.
Fucked with you, didn't it?
Yes, but you know what's funny is when you were talking about it and you were talking about the fucking with you thing and that it's a conversation starter and all that.
Yeah.
In my head, not seeing the movie and knowing the premise of it, I was like, oh, it's probably for him. It's something to do with aliens and that kind of thing. But that has nothing to do with the conversation that it sparks.
No.
You could actually do the whole movie without the aliens.
Yes.
I agree. You know,
Yes, I agree.
100%. You know, it comes down to, you know, would you make certain changes if you could? You know, and like that's a tough one.
And the fact that she's going to know what's going to happen.
Right. I mean, that's
And
what
she
I'm saying.
chooses to
That's
still
what I'm saying.
have it.
Like, yeah,
It's
if you know your kid is going to die at 8 or 10 years old, do you still have the kid to have those 8 years, or do you save yourself the fucking
Yeah.
heartbreak?
Yeah. But,
You know?
but it's almost like she doesn't have the choice in the same breath.
In my head, she has it. Like in my head, what she sees is the natural course of how her life would go.
Mm-hmm.
But she could react to that and make changes. But like, it doesn't change the fact of like that's a tough, you know, because I
Yeah.
don't think I would do it.
Yeah.
You know?
And she also knows that her husband is going to find out eventually.
Yeah, and leave.
Her before she even gets with him.
Yeah, it's fucking.
And that does it anyway. Yeah.
yeah, and like just to get those 8 years, like are those 8
Yeah.
years?
What
worth-
was she 8?
or I'm just throwing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, think about like all the good times you've had with any given one of your kid. Like
Yeah.
giving that up can be an easy
But
choice.
here's the
neither one of them are easy choices.
But here's the silver lining too. She can always go back and live anytime, forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she become a fourth dimensional being at that point.
Yeah.
You exist at all time.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Simultaneous.
there is no birth, there is no death.
that was
It's just-
pretty interesting.
Kind of like the Dr. Manhattan thing where, yeah.
And then, oh, I never got to say that Dr. Manhattan speech. That the fucking part about like, you know, how he does believe in miracles, like all the fucking the probability that had to come down to make you,
Yep.
and here you are.
Yep.
Like that shit is fucking makes the hair on
It
my
is,
arm
it is
stand up.
amazing. Yeah, it is amazing.
I watched Venom. Venom, they're going to get them. They're going to hit them. Venom, they're going to get the Venom. And the man,
Is there actually a song?
Panic,
Okay. I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't good.
No.
I saw your spoiler
Did
free
you see it?
reaction.
Did you
No,
see it?
I watched the Saturday video.
I watched it too. Dude,
I liked it. It was so
that was
good.
the best.
It
That
was.
needs to-
It's on beat. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I saw-
That needs to be a meme. That needs to be a GIF. Like, you know,
Phil liked it.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I don't know if it's because
I
he's
do-
biased or he has lower
No,
expectations.
Phil didn't like it.
I think he said it was a 6 of a monster movie.
Yeah, 6 of a monster movie and a
4
4 for
for
a comic book
Venom.
movie, and it
Yeah.
averaged out to a 5.
Yeah. I do have a request from you though. And this is not to be argumentative. I'm not saying
Okay,
that.
okay.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
that
yeah.
Venom. I think that you need to stop reviewing things that you fall asleep to.
Okay, but no, look, let me say this to be clear.
Yeah.
I probably slept through 90 seconds.
There's like drifting off because
Yeah.
of this,
Okay.
like when you drive.
There's a lot of things that you like because and hear me out. On
It wasn't
this.
like I went to sleep, like I dozed off, and like it was like this.
Okay. It makes me the way it was presented. It sounded like you slept through the whole
Yeah,
third act.
that's just to make it funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do know that you do fall asleep during things quite often, and I think that if you're not, as a reviewer, this is your job now. Okay. No,
pay large sums of money
and
for.
listen, and this I'm being sincere.
It's a responsibility, but
I'm being sincere. You're getting paid for it.
Yeah, but I'm not.
You're getting paid for it. You're being
It's
compensated.
not my job.
You're being
He's not.
compensated.
He's
It
not
is.
getting paid to
I didn't
review stuff.
say-
He's getting paid for the entertainment
It's
of the video.
It's a job. It's a job.
Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, but you would concur that you're a YouTube reviewer, right? Do you think that if you fell asleep during a toy review, that your opinion of it would be as good as you were awake the whole time? If you were like,
I would say it's a boring figure.
and you're like, and this just, and your hand falls down, and it flips.
I literally. I mean, I'm trying to, like, let's say that I'm trying
I'm
to
just
put
inviting you to that idea.
Batman, Batman '89.
Okay.
Right. You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? Huh? Would you?
Yeah.
Okay. I doze off there, let's say.
Okay.
And then I wake up when Joker gets hit over the fucking wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they're hanging from the building.
Yeah.
I doze off.
Yeah.
I wake back up and Joker's getting on the helicopter.
Yeah, but there's times that you're trying to watch something, right? And you guys watch something.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about this specifically.
Okay, yeah.
And
But
then, you know what I'm saying?
This is a bigger problem. Not you're getting too micro on this.
No,
I'm not talking macro.
I don't think it's as big a problem as you're making it seem.
Well, maybe it's the way I'm interpreting it.
Yeah.
But like, there's several times where you're watching a show. Like, I want to see the last episode of Westworld. Was one of them. Like, you fell asleep the last episode like 2 or 3 times. Like, you couldn't get through it.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, dude, stop watching it before you go to bed and just watch it.
Yeah, but I didn't enjoy it all the way up to there, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't enjoy it. I never enjoyed the show. So it was like...
And my question to you is, I wonder sometimes if you're ingesting this medium after a long day and you're mentally trying to relax and you're getting into bed and your body is trying to get into sleepy time mode. And I do think there's a kind of stuff that's going to grab your attention, right? And you're going to be like, oh shit, and you're going to watch it. And I do think there's some things that you have to be primed to watch, but if you're primed properly to watch it, you can enjoy them, and you'll be more objective with them. And I wonder sometimes if this is kind of falling off, and there's so much fineness out in the world.
I don't know. I'll give you an example, like The Arrival, right?
Okay.
Like, I wanted to see it, but I wasn't excited about seeing it.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, it was a very different movie than what it ended up being, right? So I was kind of like, okay, we have the availability to watch it. We should probably get this one in the bag. So we turned it on, and I was engaged. And then around halfway through the first act and into the second act, it gets very slow.
Yes.
And I noticed myself getting dangerously tired. So I sat up, I turned the light on, and I got my nail clippers out, and I cut my toenails. But just
Something to
to,
engage your brain, yeah.
just to wake myself up, because I thought it was interesting.
You want to keep going.
I really didn't want to miss it.
Yeah.
And I felt my body failing me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With Venom, I was so exhausted by the time by the time I got to the end of it, and I was so checked out of the movie anyway because of how poor it was, that like when the final
There was no saving it, right?
and the final conflict started jumping off, I was like, this has to end one way or the other. Joker dies or Batman dies. It's only going to go this way. And then I woke up, I saw how Joker died, and then I was like, okay, that's the method they chose. The less interesting of the two. And then I went back to sleep, and I woke up to,
Epilogue.
Yeah, and I'm saying, like, the amount that I fell asleep was
Does he keep Venom at the end?
90 seconds total, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, spoiler.
I mean, I assume that, but I read.
It did really well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the inbox. Joel liked it. I saw it on Facebook. He's like, "Oh, Rotten Tomatoes wrong. It was actually good."
Yeah, I would love to have a conversation with Yul about
Hit
it.
him up.
I do want to see it just because I want to see how bad it is now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, look, and I think they make a good point on that spoiler-free review. Had it been just a monster movie, it would have been better, But as a Venom movie, there's there's just a lot.
You're also biased in that you need a Spider-Man.
And there's nothing that hints at Spider-Man in that world.
Nope.
Yeah, see, I have a problem with that.
Dude, it's not even just that, man. It's that like there's some really fucking stupid shit in it. Like I don't want to go into it because it's still pretty new, and we had the spoiler thing that we're going to put up somewhere.
Oh, at the end,
maybe or on
okay.
Patreon, depending on. How
Are the
long this
symbiotes
episode is.
aliens? Mm-hmm. Okay, all right.
And like like I didn't have a whole lot of problem with the CGI up until the final fight. You know,
because there was a lot of it, probably.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of it throughout, though. To be fair, but most of it, I was like, this is fine. I'm okay with this. I'm believing this.
Okay.
You know, there was just I didn't believe the world. I didn't believe the characters.
Why was it in San Francisco?
So supposedly there's a comic that Venom, like this is loosely based on, where he is in San Francisco.
Oh, like Dark Vengeance or something like that.
Don't
or
get me lying.
Dark
Somebody-
Protector.
Phil will tell us.
Some YouTuber told me. You know,
okay.
in a very snarky fucking, why would it be in New York when it's clearly based on this comic that no one read?
And the funny thing is, you probably owned it at one time.
I may have.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just not good. Like it's just not a good like. And I said this in the spoiler-free review. Like the biggest thing is like when that world begins and that world ends, the characters haven't changed. Like they're still the same. There's nothing that is going on to have affected who they are, which makes you just less engaged in it because it just seems
More of the
worthless.
same.
It's really a lot of eye candy and stuff. And like some of the, I will spoil a little bit of this, and it's not super spoilery, but like some of the dialogue that Venom and Eddie have between
is good.
It's terrible.
Oh, really? I heard that was actually
Terrible.
good.
Terrible. Eddie, you're a loser, but it's okay. I was a loser on my planet too.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah,
That's a quote?
oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't call me a parasite. I'm sorry. I want you to apologize. Apologize. Like goofy, dude.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to watch it so bad now.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think I should see it?
I think I wouldn't if you can catch a matinee, you know, and you got nothing to do.
I catch a bootleg.
Yeah, or you can catch a bootleg, definitely watch it. I mean, I think it's worth seeing for the sake of conversation and,
Okay.
and all that kind of stuff.
I actually was going to try to see it before we record today, but I just ran out of fucking time.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, so I did that, and I think that might be it for my nerd week. I didn't really have a whole lot of time. Like
It's like been a few days for us.
yeah, it's only
Yeah.
been a few days, and I mean, I'm especially busy getting everything ready for TFCon and all that kind of shit. So, in the Halloween party, and you know, we cleaned the house because you saw it. The house was a disaster. It looked like a fucking bomb had gone off. Had you seen it since Baltimore? Like shit everywhere,
Yeah.
totes and crates and fucking all over the fucking. I mean, it was a fucking disaster. So we got the house relatively back in order. And then that's it. Oh, watch some Rebels with the kids and shit. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think we can get into news at that point.
Yeah. Are we still doing news? Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Enough people want to
Dude, look at this.
get at least some of it.
Oh, it's all dried up now. Sweaty ass.
It's like a good amount of people want.
Oh, I got Lyme disease. Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Hold on. It's like fading
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It did
Well, he
suck.
caught it early enough.
I did catch
where-
it early,
where it
yeah.
should have
That's-
it should have taken care of.
But yeah, so Monday I was at work and I was feeling like shit, man. And I came in and talked to my boss and I was like sweating. I was like, oh man, it's hot. And I was sweating. I was like, you all right? They're like, yeah, man, I don't know, it's a little hot outside. It's hot outside. And then I went home that night. This is Monday night, and I took my socks off, and I saw this big bullseye on my fucking like side of my leg. I was like, "Holy fuck!" And dude, I not to bullshit you, there was that like bathroom panic.
Dude,
You know what I
bathroom's
mean?
a scary place.
Yeah, you guys talked about it.
I wasn't.
going to the
I wasn't.
bathroom
I wasn't
on
in the
bad news.
I wasn't in the bathroom. Oh, actually, I was in the bathroom because I saw something. I went in the bathroom, look at it, and I was like, "Oh my god,
Bathroom's
what the
a scary
fuck?"
place for
I'm
an
like,
adult.
What the fuck is this? Is my hand low?
No. I don't know. I'm sorry.
High five.
Oh.
I was like, "Oh my god, am I dying?" And so it's like you saw it when it was like
Yeah,
bright.
you messaged me. The pictures. Like,
so,
shit, you got limes, bro.
Yeah, so I had, and so I went to the doctor. And he's like, so that was Monday. So Monday night I think I should go to the doctor. And I think you're right. So I go there to go to the doctor's. Like, oh, he takes one look at it. He's like, you got Lyme's disease, man. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, I want you to do the blood test. Listen, it's
Expensive.
I don't know. Insurance is paid for it.
Ours didn't.
Really? Oh
We had to
shit.
get Leia tested.
Oh, he's like, it's probably going to come back negative anyway because it's too early for to get a positive reading. But I'm putting you on the.
Doxycycline, probably.
Is that what it is?
Antibiotic.
Yeah.
That's what I would give. If
Is it Dexit?
doxycycline?
Doxycycline. That's it. That's a word. It's a real word. It's a sound you make in your mouth. And so then like I texted and I was feeling like dog shit. So I texted my boss, my coworkers, and one of my coworkers has been on leave. He wasn't there, and then another one fucking hurt his shoulder, so he wasn't coming in. So just me and the boss. I was like, all right, I'll come in. And dude, I came in Tuesday, man, and like I was fucking hurt. I had this headache that would not go away. I felt like I had the flu. My ankles hurt because it was weird. Like so, Monday I walked into the bathroom and I washed my hands. I look up, and like you just don't look right to yourself. You're like something's weird. Like I was kind of pink and I was kind of puffy, and I was like, that's weird. What the fuck's wrong with me? And at this point I was feeling fine, but then my wrist started hurting right here in this joint out of nowhere, no reason. Just was like ow. Ow! What?
I'm just having another thought about the dream.
What's that?
And when did this happen?
Monday?
This past Monday after Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because at Comic-Con, when I meant to pull you up, and we can cut this out if you want.
Yeah.
You looked like shit.
No. I've been bit before then. It takes a couple of days.
Because I like it was on my to-do list to hit you up and be like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah,
because you looked sick.
I was tired as fuck the whole weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. When we went to Comic-Con, that's another thing. So like Friday, I think Pam and I went out or something. I just wasn't feeling good. And then Saturday we went to Comic-Con. I was tired. We left early. I was like, let's just go. And then, don't you want to go outside? I was like, nah, let's just go home. And then Sunday we went to the gym, and I got maybe 40 minutes in, and we usually stay for like 2 hours. I got like 40 minutes into it, and I just couldn't. I wasn't like doing easy climbs I did before. Like I don't know what's wrong, man. I just don't feel right today. But like it just was draining. And so Tuesday I went into work, and I told my boss beforehand, and he actually got it May. He actually had a bullseye right here on his chest. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, I have arthritis problems anyway, so I just thought it was that. And I was like, yeah, man, I don't know. So Tuesday, I'm like, it's getting really close to sun's getting real low.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, listen, I'm not going to be in Wednesday. I'm just going to take the day off and recuperate. So I went home Tuesday, and I slept like 20 hours in a row. I woke up Wednesday. I like fucked around the house a little bit, but it's like one of those things. Like I ran up the stairs, and I'm fucking tired. So then Thursday comes around. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go back to work. I went back to work and just like putting all my mop equipment and everything, and carrying some buckets up the stairs. Elevator was down. Had to take the stairs. I was done. I could barely like walk up to the locker room, So my buddy came, and then my boss is out the whole week. My buddy came back from his vacation. He looks at me. He hasn't seen me in a week. He's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? I was like, dude, I think I got Lyme's disease. He's like, man, you got to go home. You can't be coming around. You can't be coming to work like this. And like, all right. So I was off Friday, and then it wasn't until like Saturday morning that headache went. I had this headache the whole time, and like it was one of those things where I just turned my head a little bit, like oh, and then it would kind of go away. But it's I'm still like 100%, but I'm feeling a lot better than I was.
We also got more than just one on your ankle.
Oh yeah, I
got one
5.
in his butthole. He's got one
really?
in his butthole.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I had.
I don't know how you get 5 fucking in one go.
Yeah, it was
that's
crazy.
fucking crazy.
I think I know what it was. I think like so we had torn up the backyard, and and there's deer that were sleeping under my deck.
Deer tick.
Yeah. So we were back there, and it's probably like because you if you ever get close to really close to a deer and you look at them, sometimes they have hundreds of ticks on them.
I don't get close. I don't go
It's
outside.
crazy. But yeah, dude, I had this one there, and see, there's like one underneath of it. It's faded. I had one here,
On his upper back,
one here, and
one on his thigh,
right in my butt.
and one right in his
my
ass
God.
crack.
Not my asshole, just like right in the crack, like the butt cleavage.
I also wanted to say that I found it surprising that Venom did so well because there was like 20 people in the theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Some
Like,
people say it was packed where they went.
yeah, I mean, I'm not bullshitting.
It's funny. So that night, so I was off Friday,
Right.
So I could have came, and I was thinking about coming, but I was feeling like shit. and I actually fell asleep. So I was like, I was gonna show up and like, surprise.
That would have been cool.
But yeah, I was out, man. I was out.
Like, it was so empty that, like, Phil got the tickets, and Phil likes to sit in the middle of the theater. So
Yeah.
he got the tickets, so we're sitting. And we might need to lock down how we do that now, because I don't think they're doing unreserved seating anymore.
Everything's
so it's
reserved?
all reserved.
Yeah,
seating?
it got bought out. Regal got bought out by some British company.
That's fine.
I like-
Let's do it. Yeah, I like reserve seating.
I do too, but it's just something we got to take into account when we buy tickets.
Yeah, we should have buy them ASAP.
When we got 20 people going, it's
Exactly. Star Wars and shit. Infinity War 2, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was so empty that, like, when I was sitting there, I was thinking in my head, I was like, I don't like sitting in the middle of the theater. I like sitting in the back. So I was like, I'll just go to the back if I want. There's nobody here.
Yeah, yeah.
well, it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter if this you go to the back or not since there's nobody there anyway.
It was empty. It was empty. I mean, there was 20 other people there, probably. I mean, it was a joke.
Because you like to be at the back because you don't want anyone behind you, right?
It's funny that the guy, one of our new guy, relatively new guy to the club, named Andrew. He stopped by. You ever ask somebody if they have something and somebody's like, "Hey, I got something," and it's like the wrong thing, and they like go out of your way to bring you something. You're like, "Dude, thanks. This is the wrong thing, but I could use this. I know I could use it. No.
So I got these lights.
Thank you." Anyway, but him and his wife, they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go see Venom." You know,
Hey,
Tell me about
they look great.
tell me about the lights. Oh, my lights. They're perfect. They're perfect.
One fucking corroded. You saw?
No.
Yeah, it fucking corroded. It fucking broke and shattered all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, now
Cheap-ass batteries.
Now I'm like fucking scared about that one.
Is it the batteries? Batteries exploded?
Yeah. I mean, like, I'll show you. It's in the
What
trash.
kind of batteries
I can show
are
it
they?
to you. They were a fucking Duracell or Energizer.
Huh?
I think they were Duracell.
And they broke the actual light?
Yeah, like the light shattered. Like, yeah.
Huh? That's weird, dude.
Scary.
Take it back to IKEA.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. Take it back to IKEA. Be like, hey, I want you to replace this.
They don't
This
have them
bullshit.
anymore.
Well, they can give you the ones that have the cords.
I tried to take them back, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. Let me get into the news, or you want to save it? Let's
Save it. All right, sorry, we're back from my Lyme's disease break. Had to take a little quick nap.
I mean, of any other toys. I mean, you said lackluster.
Yeah, it was kind of lackluster.
You got, I mean, obviously you're gonna get the Star Wars stuff.
The Black Series stuff and the
We're talking about in
3 3/4
yeah,
NYCC.
and did we talk about the Batman statue before or after we started recording?
The Batman statue was on the last recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see the version where Batman's in color but everything else is cloud?
Yes.
Which one do you like more?
I would want everything in color.
Because it looks good, but like the cloud one, the idea of it is
Yeah,
cool.
it's cool.
It's
But
cloud. What do you mean, like?
They all you see the
grayscale?
bottom. Yeah, it's like smoky because the bottom of the base is cloudy anyway, smoky.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of painting all the figures, everything is painted like it's like a dream or like
that's
an
kinda
idea
cool.
with
Yeah.
Batman in the middle.
But
That's
I don't.
kinda cool.
The idea is cool, but like
Yeah.
you want to paint it, obviously.
Yeah, and if I go into quarter scale, man, I'm not sure if I want that one.
It's not quarter scale, 6 scale.
I know,
Oh.
but I'm saying, like, if I would need a quarter scale display to display something that large. It
Yeah,
wouldn't.
it's huge.
Right.
It
So
would take up like the whole mantle.
right. So like, I don't know if I would get that one. Like, it's a lot of bang for your buck.
It is.
But I'm not sure if I wouldn't prefer having a Batman and a Catwoman and a Harley and a Joker. Like,
And a driver,
gonna
and
have-
a flyer.
They're gonna have a statue of every character on there. Some of those characters are.
yes.
Batman?
No, not every character. But like, I don't need a Man Bat.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can pick which characters you want on that?
No, that's the thing. But what I'm saying is, like, if I go the quarter scale route,
Yeah.
I mean, I get that anyway.
Okay.
So like, you're not missing out since they don't make one.
Right. Okay. So we got a Mega Man movie coming.
I'm
I like to call it
surprised.
Mega Movie News.
Is he gonna be Rockman though?
I don't know. It's live action.
It's American, so it's gotta be Mega Man.
But yeah, it's the feature film tentatively titled Mega Man will be written and directed by Henry Joost and Ariel Schulman and is scheduled to be distributed by 20th Century Fox.
I don't know who those people are.
They are it's Chermnen Entertainment is going to be also doing it. They were responsible for the Planet of the Apes series.
Okay.
And
The
they're
new
also
ones?
going to be producing it with Masi Oka, who did Heroes. So I don't know. I mean, there's
Oh,
a lot of
that's a Asian guy.
yeah. There's a lot of
The time traveling. Oh no, the teleporting or time traveling. No, time controlling guy.
Time and teleporting.
Yeah.
so there's
It's
a lot of
all
good
over
people.
fourth dimensional manipulation.
I don't know how good a Mega Man movie could actually be though. Like I don't know if the story to Mega Man
In
is
2000 XX.
I don't know if Mega Man is that good of a story.
It's a very good game.
Yeah.
The premise of it is good for a game. I'm not sure if it's because it's like a Venom of the Week kind of thing.
It'd be. I mean, I guess they go the route that AI takes over, and there's like these AI hybrids, and then the good scientist builds a good robot to fight them and free humanity.
I mean, they made a movie of Mario.
Boom. Yeah. It's just awesome.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Is
awesome.
John Leguizamo with the bouncy boots.
Oh, it's definitely terrible.
Awesome. Have you watched it recently?
With
No.
head shrinking.
Did you like it when you saw it?
No,
I did.
You didn't?
no,
I liked it.
I was mad at it then.
Really?
Really?
Yep, that's a fact. We also have some Disney news. I'm going to read this because they say the Disney Fox deal could be completed earlier than expected, but like I'm not seeing the evidence of that. But it says, though the official forecast for the close of the Disney Fox merger is set for early 2019,
Oh shit.
personnel moves made this week by Fox have some insiders believing that the deal could be closed sometime this year. Promotions for 5 top Fox executives were announced, along with several other organizational realignments, all of which are contingent upon the close of the $71.3 billion deal.
God damn, it's a lot of money.
An announcement this early in the process has led some to surmise that a deal between the two are close. Shareholders of the Walt Disney Company and 21st Century Fox voted in July to approve the purchase of several key Fox assets by Disney, including control of Fox film and television production studios, bringing the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Deadpool properties into the Marvel Studios fold. Fox News, Fox Broadcasting, and most Fox Sports assets will be spun off into a new company, previously referred to as New Fox. A memo released by LaShawn Murdoch, the soon-to-be chairman and CEO of the new company, seems to indicate that the company will now go by Fox. Fox will be owned by 21st Century Fox shareholders and operated by the Murdoch family.
So it's cutting the entertainment aspect.
Yeah. Well, the film and television specifically of that. But I don't.
News and sports shouldn't be entertainment,
But
although it is.
fucking definitely is. Yeah.
I mean, sports is entertainment, but definitely not news.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, I just think it's. I don't know. Like I'm looking to see a sign of it, but like we're Gambit movie now. Moving forward, we're getting a trailer for Dark Phoenix.
Well, you got to imagine they got to still operate their business as if they're the owners. They can't just stop it because they might get at the last hour and they say, "Nope, we're not doing it." So so all the different sections underneath are still operating
until
as
the deal is really done.
If
I
they're
got you.
rearranging the top to make the facilitate move.
That's fair. And also,
DDR movie. That's going to be a DDR movie.
oh god, I saw that.
and they're going to save the world.
They already did that on South Park. Remember that episode?
I don't.
And then we kind of already talked about this, but Venom did bring in big bucks over the weekend. I think it did 80 million, somewhere around there.
Is that big bucks?
It was a record for Thursday on October.
Yeah. Venom has officially set a new Thursday night opening record at the October box office. So, I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, man, my fear of this is dilution of the brand, of the genre. But, I don't know.
Apologize, Eddie. I got to watch it now.
Apologize.
So did he like web swing?
No.
He just jumped and ran on things?
Yeah, he may have used like the tentacles a little bit. I can't, but he definitely used the tentacles to attack people. I can't remember if he used them to like swing. It doesn't sound familiar.
To grab things for sure, though, right?
Did the material ever
people
like
and
get
objects.
detached from him? So like he would web people up with like the goo, but it wasn't attached to anymore?
Not that I recall.
Okay.
Not that I recall.
And where did the name Venom come from?
I
Is
think
that a spoiler?
I think it's his name.
Oh, okay.
It's the symbiote's name.
I mean, we have people named Apple in this fucking world, so
No, I hear you.
why
Yeah, but what English word? Did you
maybe
you
it's a
hear?
translation of the
Yeah, maybe it's a translation.
Did I tell you guys? I read that bit about the origins of the symbiote.
No.
It's fucking crazy. So there was this being it was before the universe was anything, and he was just the nothingness, right? And when the Celestials came into our what's our universe now, and started creating stuff, he tried to fight them, and he killed one Celestial, and then one Celestial like damaged him, and in the Celestials, like that dead Celestial's head, like in the universe or something, he like forged the first symbiote. And it was like the proto-symbiote. And the reason that symbionts are weak against fire and sound is because the rattling of the anvil that he made this weapon, and the fire used to construct
Forge
it. Yeah. and then he fought the Celestials, and he killed a couple more of them or whatever, and then he was kind of cast out. He was destroyed, but through the symbiotes, he was able to take over as a parasite on other things, and that's how he survived. And he kind of came back at one point. But the planet, the symbiote planet, is actually at one point the symbiotes revolted against them, and the symbiote planet is a giant prison for this being who invented the symbiotes.
Huh.
And like
That's cool.
because they think that they're heroes in some, like they're good, but they're trying to like change. They retold their story to like change that they're actually weapons. So it's pretty interesting, and like that the Venom spider symbol as well is kind of like there's like some callbacks to like the symbol that he wears on himself, and of course Venom is the 998th generation of the symbiote. Mm-hmm. Carnage is the 999, and then like Toxin's the 1000s, which they get more and more powerful. But it was interesting. They're trying to like recreate the
bonus scene is so dumb.
Is that with Woody Harrelson or whatever?
I'll talk about it when we're off the thing.
Just wait. I'm gonna go. I'll probably go see it like tomorrow night or something.
All right. And then we have.
Did they say symbiote the same way the entire movie, or was it one of those things where it's like everyone pronounces it differently?
How'd they say it?
I think they said it the way they say it in the trailer. Symbiote. Symbiote. I think.
Oh, it's dumb.
Stay on target. We do get confirmation that Bullseye is the season 3 Daredevil villain.
Oh yeah, that was a little teaser.
The trailer. There's a full trailer with him now.
Oh,
that's the villain I think everybody's been waiting for.
Yeah, and it seems there's an origin with him as well. So
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
The guy who so the guy, I guess the whole thing is that the Daredevil suit, Bullseye gets it and starts turning the people. He starts killing people, and people start thinking that Daredevil's a bad guy.
Yeah.
So,
and then like all true things, the Avengers 4-star Chris Evans says his goodbyes.
Yeah.
So I was going to read this. He said, officially wrapped on Avengers 4, it was an emotional day to say the least. Playing the role over the last 8 years has been an honor to everyone in front of the camera, behind the camera, and in the audience. Thank you for the memories. Eternally grateful.
Mm-hmm.
He can retire now, right?
Probably, I'm sure.
Well, did you guys hear about
the movie check is crazy. Movie checks are crazy.
Hear about the so what's his face Hulk slipped up on one of the late shows and said the name, and they bleeped it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it's a publicity stunt.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
It might be, but he's done that shit before. Like
But he said the name of the movie?
Said the name of the movie, they bleeped it out.
What do they think it is?
Well, somebody took the footage.
Oh, okay.
And they reconstructed it. They filtered it out, the bleep out, and it's The Last Avenger is the name. Avengers, The Last Avenger.
Oh, because it's first.
Oh, wow. I wonder what that means.
What do you think it means?
Does it mean that only one of them makes it out?
Or only one of them dies, which is Cap.
That's what I think it means.
He was the first Avenger, and he's also.
But how would he be the last Avenger?
Because at this point, they don't need to be Avengers anymore.
Yeah.
Why?
Maybe they saved the day.
Next step.
But then that would
you don't need to avenge. But you're reading too far into this, Bob.
Yeah, but I mean, the title does insinuate that there's one Avenger.
Just like The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Maybe. But it wasn't. He wasn't the Last Jedi.
No, she was.
Yeah, but there's going to be more Jedis. You know what I mean?
Well, theoretically, yeah.
Yeah.
But it says that I think that Last Jedi's titled that because he says.
Now that I think of Last Jedi, now that I do think it's bullshit. Then, because they're just trying to play off of the Last Jedi. It's kind of a spoof.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But like the Avengers Endgame has never set well with me.
I like that title.
Me too.
But I think that
I don't like titles that have finality in their subtitle. You know what I mean?
Well, like Last Avenger.
No. Like Final Nightmare or whatever. Like shit like that. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that
and maybe this would be the last Avenger movie.
Maybe. I really am excited about that movie.
Because it could be like if Cap dies and like we can't have an Avengers without Cap, and then they have a different team now, or,
Yeah, maybe they call them New Avengers.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
but it still doesn't make sense for the title.
Yeah, because there's no more Avengers. Cap dies, and then they're not Avengers anymore.
So who's the last Avenger?
Cap was.
He was the first.
So-
As soon as he dies, there's no more Avengers.
Yeah, but when he dies, he's no longer an Avenger. You know what I mean? Like when he dies, the moment that he dies, everybody's an Avenger, right?
no,
No, I think conceptually it would be like as soon as he died, we're not Avengers anymore.
Right. So the moment right before he dies, the second before he breathes his last breath,
No,
everybody's an Avenger, right?
I guess
no,
so.
he's the Avenger.
So they disband. If they disband and he was the only
No,
one
it's,
left,
It's a disassemble.
I think that if they had it where I think the title would mean more if only one of them walks away from it.
Maybe,
You know, like
maybe.
you know, so and so. Like who do you think they would make survive?
Hawkeye.
I mean, it's got to be Spider-Man.
I guess he is. He did become
He's
a
officially,
full-fledged member. Yeah.
You're an
But-
Avenger now, kid.
Well, I wonder if okay, but let's say it just refers to the people, the survivors, and the flyers and drivers of Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then who would be the last one?
I don't know.
Just from the survivors.
I mean,
Tony?
you know what?
That would be my guess.
Ooh.
That would be my guess.
Well, what if the Infinity War starts off with Tony far in the future, and like everybody else is dead?
Big
September.
spoilers.
Wait. Everybody else is dead in September, and the whole time he's been figuring out how to go back in time and change everything.
Well, he had that vision from his nightmare where
Yeah.
everyone's dead.
Except for him. Yeah.
So, and then like he changes everything.
Yeah.
You know?
I just don't know. That'd be cool. I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, a title. There's a lot to unpack if you want to. I think with that title.
I mean, it depends on. Also, with a title, sometimes means more after you watch the movie.
Yeah, I hope so. You know.
And then Chris Evans did like the goodbye, and I think Thor did the goodbye. Hemsworth. So
It's gonna
Mark
be.
Ruffalo got fired.
It's gonna be interesting, even to.
It's funny how people like they're getting upset about this.
Yeah, like obviously
know?
it's not real.
God, fucking idiots.
It's gonna be interesting to see.
Well, the movie's already done. That's the funny thing. It's like he's not like, hey, you're fired off something you already finished.
Right.
Yeah.
But even if if he was going to be in more
tongue-
movies or
tongue-in-cheek.
whatever,
Yeah, it's
you know?
tongue-in-cheek.
But even if, I'm trying to think how Thanos could bring them all down without the glove. But I guess he beat the shit out of the Hulk without
yeah.
the glove.
Yeah. He did have the power gem, but they say they didn't activate it.
And if you watch, it's not lit.
Yeah.
I mean, it was lit.
I mean, the thing about it is Thanos is probably
He's like a good fighter too.
he's
Well, that's what they wanted to drive home, is that he's been fighting for thousands of years.
Yeah, yeah.
He's very skilled in combat.
yeah. The Hulk might be the Hulk wasn't stronger than him. You know, maybe the
yeah.
Hulk wasn't man enough.
Maybe, but I guess we don't really know who Thanos is in this, in this world, in this universe,
Yeah, it doesn't give us. We don't know how long ago Titan fell either.
because he may not have needed the Infinity Gauntlet at all to beat them. But even though he uses it,
Makes it easier.
True.
man,
It was a heavy. That was a heavy burden. Not heavy burden. Heavy losses for him too. He lost his
And a heavy
empire or
burden,
whatever.
you're right?
yeah, I think it was both. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting. I wonder if that
Looking
is
forward to it.
Okay, then we have No Laughing Matter. We did get the 3. Supposedly, this is the 3 official
3 era Joker.
Batman 3 Joker art confirms which era is the Joker in, and it does look a lot like.
Classic Joker.
Yeah, like it says the coolest thing about this story is no one knows anything about it. It's pretty mature take. I've never got to write Batman and Joker story, and that's fucking true.
What's that?
Johns has never written
see.
a Batman Joker story.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about that.
So one looks like
To me, it looks.
they all look similar.
Yeah, but
One definitely looks like Killing Joke Joker.
yeah, for sure.
One looks like
Silver Age.
Silver Age, like
I was gonna see
the
if they
flower on his
said,
chest, and then one does look like kind of 90s Joker. So it looks
Yeah.
like 60s.
but no Golden Age Joker,
No.
unless it's like supposed to be a modern representation of one. I don't know.
I can't read what's underneath of it. Yeah, this writing right there.
Oh yeah.
This is just Joker 1, Joker 2, and they're not in. Joker 1 looks like he's.
Well, this one definitely says The Killing Joke.
Oh, does it?
The Joker 1 is The Killing Joke. I can't read Joker. And then Joker 3 is like, okay, they got 2 designs for Joker 3. And then Joker 2 is the, I can't read it. It says something canon Joker. I can't read it.
Maybe classic canon.
What does it say? It says that Jason Todd and Barbara Gordon are going to be the main characters. Fabok says the whole book is a lot of work, but I'm so excited to get up and every time I hand a page and I'm really proud.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Blah.
Why 3 Jokers?
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of questions. So many questions.
2 not enough, 4 too many.
Usually,
So
three's a pretty good number.
original Joker. So that is Golden Age.
Okay.
Killing Joke and classic 60s Joker. That would be the Silver Age. As well as Batman and Batgirl's silently Silver Age costumes. I don't know.
Who's the 3rd Joker?
It says, it looks like Golden Age, Silver Age, and Killing Joke.
Golden Age, Silver Age, and Killing Joke. So Killing Joke is on the far left. Golden Age is in the middle. So there's no modern Joker.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's interesting. I wonder if he's already dead, the modern Joker. And maybe Selena Kyle killed him.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more than 3.
While Batman 3 Jokers doesn't currently have a release date, John's indicated as SDCC panel that he hopes the miniseries will debut sometime this winter.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
In 2018?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So we'll see.
I might have to pick that one up.
Yeah, me too. I'm not going to do Lucy's, though. If you know, I'll trade it. But
It's been a while though, right?
I saw somebody on Facebook had like 10 boxes of comics for like $500. Like, they like, you know, the price is like $9,000. Like, if they went and sold them and everything, they're all backed and boarded and everything. I'm like, wow, man. Like, I think the Lucy market is about to fall out for anything old.
I don't know
Because if you're not putting them in the cases, they're not worth anything.
But the variants, I think, is what's keeping it alive. Like,
Maybe.
the variants are out of control.
Yeah, that's
So many
bad.
now.
That's bad. That's what happened in the 90s.
You
Yeah,
flood
but
the
it's
market.
It's not the same because they're purposely making it rare. You know.
Maybe.
So I have a question. You're familiar with the famous phrase, give me liberty or give me death?
Yeah.
So have you ever heard my famous phrase, which is give me seahorses or give me death?
You're really into those seahorses.
Dude, I fucking think this Aquaman movie looks good as shit.
Really well.
You just complained about last week that you wish this costume was.
Was my Hot Toys. Yeah, I do. But I'm not going to buy another one. This will be fine. You know.
For now.
No. Unless somebody's like, unless I could trade out, you know. Like,
I mean, can you cancel the one?
no, it's just like all but paid for.
Oh, you can't get your money back? Yeah. Fucking
You
racket.
can't turn into store credit to pay for something else with it?
There's no returns?
I mean, no, there's returns if something's fucked up with it. You can't be like, oh, never mind.
Really?
No,
Huh.
you
It's the same
put
thing
money
like,
into something
like,
else?
like you lost your cancellation fees or whatever.
Yeah,
for-
yeah.
You know,
I think I can go back and they'll give me credit, though.
yeah, sometimes they
if you
just-
call, I think if you call, they forgive the first cancellation fee. I've
Yeah.
heard that before.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, to me, it's not that big of a deal. It's just if I had a preference, I would.
The way that trailer was shot, like those long scenes where
Yeah.
they're following that guy and
And
the
it-
camera comes out and it goes wide and then it comes to the other action, the other part of the city when they're like in some kind of Greek city or whatever. Fucking amazing shots. Fucking amazing shots.
And the kind of cinematic tone of it to me matches up with Wonder Woman, matches up with Man of Steel, matches up with Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
Like, it has that same vibe to it. I could deal with a lot less of the jokey jokes.
But they weren't that bad. When
They
you
were-
said
they,
that,
they were bothersome to me. Maybe because I set you up for.
you set me up and I thought they were going to be jokey. Like, we can just pee on it. Like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Tried it. Like, I hear you, but I kind of feel like that was already his. What's that? Oh, Laura sent you something for the costume?
Yeah, but no, it was a shipping notice for something for the costume.
Oh.
I'm just gonna get rid of that. All right.
I didn't. I feel like it was shot well. It looks like there's going to be some kind of. There's going to be an element of some like an adventure in it. There's going to be some epic war in it. Dude, I feel like this movie looks more interesting than fucking Man of Steel did on the trailer. because and not to say that I like it more than Man of Steel, but I think like when we're rebooting Superman, we all know it's gonna be, yada 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 Smallville, yada 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 Jonathan Kent, yada 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 meet Jor-El, yada 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 put on the suit, yada 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 do something super, credits, like and I love Superman, I want more Superman, but no matter what, we always know that that's exactly what a Superman
it's a word. It's why they cut out the spider bite in Homecoming.
Smart.
Yeah,
but like I think that I agree with you. It looks more interesting in that regard. I don't think the trailer makes the movie look as good. Like when I was watching the Man of Steel trailers when they first, I was like, this is going to be a good
like
movie.
Cinema, like proper cinema.
Yeah,
I'm tracking on that.
But I think the Aquaman looks more epic. It looks
more interesting.
Yeah.
So seahorses.
Dude, seahorses.
Yeah, and I really want to know, like, it looks like there's different species, because I was worried about like the sea versus the land battle. I was like, this is fucking stupid. But it's more interesting if it's several different kingdoms in
I think it's going to be about him trying to get the power of Atlantis back. Like him versus Ocean Master, and that's perfect. That's the best story to tell. But
I don't there's different factions.
Yeah, but I don't even need Black Manta. Like I'm cool. I'll take it as a bonus. Yeah. But if you were to tell me you were going to make an Aquaman movie, I'd be like, give me Ocean Master, and I'm good. Do you
think we're going to see any of the other Justice League at all?
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's got to be something in there.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing. But this shit looks this looks good.
How much are you willing to pay for 1/6 Hot Toy Seahorse?
I'd have to see how
if he can ride the seahorse, you got to get the golden green one.
I'd have to see how
you have to get that.
I'd have to see how it fit in a DTOF.
Oh, it'd be like you had to take a shelf out.
Yeah, then I'm out.
Then you're out.
You couldn't do like the shelf and hit it like a water stand.
Nah, logistics are more important.
You can't take up two spots.
Let's say it fits in the DTOF.
I'm in.
Just saying.
I'm in.
How much are you willing? Like what?
400.
Just for the seahorse?
Just for the seahorse. But it better be a good fucking seahorse.
Oh my god!
Twice as charming as that motherfucker off Green Gables.
Green Gables.
What was it?
Green Acres.
What am I thinking of Gables? What is that show? There's some
I don't
show.
know. Silver Gables. I don't know.
No, Gables. Some famous old show my grandma used to watch.
$400, dude. Just say that to a normie. I'm gonna spend $400 to buy a 1/6 scale rideable fucking seahorse. Is your wife gonna be okay with that?
No, she's not. Anne of Green Gables.
I mean, she's okay with everything you've gotten so far, but you think she's gonna draw the line though? You're not spending $400 on a fucking seahorse, Bobby.
No. She doesn't draw the line on me with anything. Get away with murder in this motherfucker, man.
You're gonna be surprised when a seahorse comes out.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think they're gonna make a seahorse, but if they did, because I don't even think.
Do you want it articulate? Yeah, with the fins and the nose and the tail.
Dude, seahorse is a fucking strange creature, man.
They are fucking strange. Have you seen them give birth?
The dudes?
It's awful. It just blows out babies.
So questions for this week. Well, let's save it because we got through that.
Oh yeah, we're having a backlog of questions now.
That's all right. All right, we're back. All right, I gotta find them. But dude, you kind of got seahorse. What is that? You got seahorse.
What is that little stylus from?
This is Spudger. This is Spudger.
It's from the rock box.
Yeah, it's from the rock box.
Have you transformed stuff?
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? A Spudger?
A Spudger. Ace Milo's Magic Spudger.
Is it like something he invented, or is it a technical term for a real device?
I believe it's a technical term for a real device.
Huh. Say a flathead screwdriver, a little like notch.
Every time I use it, I get people hitting me up like, "Hey man, where do you get those?" And I'm like, "You got to hit up the realm."
And it's plastic, so it doesn't damage the toys.
Huh.
All right, so
interesting.
I'm going to get to this Quinturion question last, but so did you answer this one about Avatar? I thought you did, but we had some discrepancies about it. So Netflix just announced that they are doing the live action Avatar
with the original people.
Did you answer this question?
What question was it? What was the question?
That's what I'm trying to. The last Airbender series just got me thinking if we actually need what I assume will be the same story just with real actors. Then I thought if they really want to tell the same story again, it would be much more interesting if it were Prince Zuko's point of view this time. Adam will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This also got me thinking, what are there any movie shows or whatever where you would like to see the exact same story just from a different character's point of view? For instance, how much better would the prequel trilogy be if seen from Anakin's point of view? Keep up the good work. P.S. I like the news. I dig hearing your thoughts on what's going on, especially in the movie.
Yeah, I don't think we answered this.
No, we didn't answer this. Listen, I'm game for whatever. I love if it's well acted and there's visuals that are interesting. Now there's so many characters in the series they can flesh out so many people. Like Sokka's girlfriend, she's one of the
Mei Ling?
no Mei Ling. Is it Mei Ling?
Sounds Asian.
No. Maybe. No, it starts with a.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. She was the Kabuki warriors or whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Those
Oh
characters.
yeah. I thought you were talking about Zuko. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mei Ling Zuko. So,
Yeah.
So like they can flesh that out. They can
Yeah, the
flesh
whole
out
tribe,
the
yeah.
relationship of the older Avatar before he became Aang. You could go back
Oh,
into
Fire
Aang's
Nation.
go back to Aang's history. There's other flashback. Like you can do a whole episode that's a flashback about one of the avatars he's talking to.
So you're saying feel free to tell the same story, but
the world is so big.
produce extra content.
Yes.
within- yeah.
The world is so big. They could do a whole season on book one. You know what I mean?
It's going to be a series or a movie?
It's gonna be a series.
series
I
and
thought it
movie.
was a series.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot
Yeah.
already. I mean, yeah, dude, I could have a lot of episodes on Uncle Arrow.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
I
Hell
will
yeah.
follow him around.
Why
Yeah,
don't you
they can-
marry him?
They can do a
want him
they
to be
can
my
do the
uncle.
invasion of Bossy Snag, you know, for half a
There's no invasion in Bossing Say.
his original invasion that he quit because his son died.
You lost the joke. They always said there's no invasion in Bossing Say because there's a cover up.
Oh,
Anytime they asked about it in the show.
You're talking about the Earth Kingdom.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I think I would be definitely down for. I mean, we've talked before about a Batman movie told from the cop perspective, but I'd also be down for a Batman movie told from the Joker perspective.
It's gonna be.
I think we talked about this before. Like everything's
Yeah.
like psychotic.
Everything looks
Yeah,
crazy.
it's hard to follow.
Yeah,
though, right?
the walls just
Yeah.
talk to him sometimes. Little, you know.
I'm trying to think what else I'd be down for. I don't know if Star Wars sticks out to me so much, but I'd be down for. I don't know.
Yeah, you can watch Star Wars from like
Oh.
a normal pilot's point of view, a normal.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
drivers
that's true.
and the flyers
I'd be down for a Spider-Man movie
from Aunt May's point of view.
told from Venom's point of view when they introduce Venom proper. Like it starts out, you follow Eddie Brock and how much Eddie Brock hates him, and Spider-Man's just like this background character.
Oh, and
Parker's
see through his
just like this-
eyes.
yes,
How
Yes.
Parker's a villain.
Yes.
He's stealing everything from
yes.
him. Yeah.
I'd be down for that. 100%.
I mean, that'd be cool.
I'm trying to think
that would
if there's anything else that necessarily stands out. Dick Tracy, but from Prune Faces.
Yeah, dude. Fucking the last season of Voltron is coming out the 14th.
Yeah,
of
I
December.
know. I can't believe it's the last already.
Crazy,
I
dude.
thought they could do so much more, but whatever. It's good. It's good to quit while you're ahead than to be something that
I'm not
drags
a-
on.
Dude, this is like 8 seasons, man, in like 2 years. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I would have
I
said
mean, they all six episode seasons. So.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
I would have said
76 episodes all together.
I would have said Planet of the Apes, but we got that from the ape perspective.
Yeah, it's true.
Transformers, but from like IDW's Megatron's point of view, where like he's the
Ooh.
right guy,
Or Ravage's point of view.
just sitting in the fucking
Or,
in
or maybe the whole world from Laserbeak's lens.
or what?
Like half the movie he's dark
Or a
inside
Transformers
Soundwaves.
movie from the Transformers point of view. I'd just settle for that.
What do you
Yeah.
think Laserbeak and Ravage and all of them do when they just sit in the Soundwave's chest? Do you think they talk to each other and just have conversations?
I think they purr.
or just nap,
Then just rest. Just rest.
just turn off. That'd be boring as fuck.
That's long. That's
Yeah.
a long
It's like
purr.
baby kangaroo, right? Just sit in a pouch.
And then we got one from James G. He says, "Hey guys, ADHD has kicked in, and I got a ton of questions. And I thought that if they don't, you can just bank.
Oh, you don't answer them, we can bank them.
All right. Who is your go-to team in Marvel vs. Capcom? Mine personally are Jin Satome
That's the guy who controls a big robot.
and Hulk with the Juggernaut summon. The Mega Attack with the Blodia Punch, Hulk's Gamma Wave, and Juggy take most ground fighters out with ease. The weaknesses aerial characters like Spider-Man and Strider can counter it depending on the man behind the controls.
It's Ryu and Wolverine or Ryu and Iron Man.
No, it's Marvel's Capcom 2? That's three people.
He didn't specify.
Oh, okay. 2 is usually what people talk about.
I didn't play it enough. I just always chose Gambit.
Photon cannon.
Rash.
Sigs and trench coats.
Stop. Oh, he threw the cards and then he threw the stick up in the air and he throws a bunch of cards out for the super move. Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
What was yours, Joe?
I'm a hand-to-hand guy, so I go with Strider, Jin Saitomi, and Hayato with the lightsaber.
Don't put the sauce on it.
What sauce?
He
did it.
He
He
put
did
a
it.
little, you put a
He
little
did it.
sauce in that Hayato.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I just said it right.
Hayato. You put a little sauce on it.
Or I would do Wolverine, and Wolverine, because there's the 3 different versions of Wolverine in that game.
Oh, really? Berserker Barrage.
Dude, I have a great conversation to have also about a dude named Buck Angel.
like
are you familiar?
It's like a trash
Your
Chris
eyes. Your eyes.
Continue.
You're familiar.
Continue. You have my attention.
Okay. So we can get into it real quick. But I think it might be best. It gets a little
Continue.
sketchy. Yeah. So last week on SCU, Bobby answered a question about how to tell an IDW movie by starting with Megatron. And
shit.
and it got me thinking, how about have Megatron as the protagonist and Optimus as one of the antagonists, then slowly shift the roles as the story and character development progresses? You could also possibly shoehorn Spider-Man in as a pseudo-villain if the Venom franchise kicks off. Dude, it's like,
Holy shit.
He's like reading my mind. Do you think that could work? Yes.
The hard part would be the shifting. How do you go from one end to the other?
But I don't think you need to shift. Like, for Megatron, you need to shift because he shifts.
What about Megator?
What was that from?
The Megator feeling like this. The Megator feeling this. Megator tried to eat too.
Who did? What is
Stan
it?
and Carvey.
Oh yeah.
Chopping broccoli.
Yeah. He says, what did you think of the Spider-Verse trailer? Bumblebee better get its shit together. It has to compete with that at Christmas time.
Oh yeah. So why are you out? You hated the Venom so bad.
I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it.
Because it's spoilery.
It's spoilery.
Okay. Because I was surprised because
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
into
but-
that.
but
You were into the multiverse.
It's going to affect the Spider-Verse trailer.
No, it doesn't affect it.
You don't want to see Spider-Verse now because of Venom, though.
Yeah, if you pause it, I'll tell you.
All right.
Right.
You could have told that everybody that one.
No.
I disagree.
So,
Because it doesn't spoil the story.
So yeah,
Continue.
I think that
It's supposed to experience.
what you think of the Spider-Verse trailer. I think the Spider-Verse trailer looks great.
Yeah, it looks great.
I do. I think it looks
Also
great.
interested.
I think
Have
it
you
looks
seen
great.
any actual in-game footage?
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, speaking of in-game footage, have you seen fucking Red Dead Revolver 2? Or Red Dead Redemption 2?
I'm not into cowboys. I don't like
They're
westerns.
into you.
What about Solo?
I'm sure they are.
He's a space cowboy.
Space though. It's not.
Just... You should check it out when you get a chance.
Michael T. What's up, NRR? I wanted to ask you about the Batwang in Batman Damn 1. What do you think? Who do you think decided to specifically include the Batwang?
Dude, I bet you right now, if we looked, somebody has measured it based on like the his height
Proportions.
ratios, and give the proportions.
Do you
I'm gonna
think
look it up?
Do you think it was the writer, the driver? No, did the artist go rogue and include it on their own? Or might the higher ups wanted to generate buzz for the rollout of the new Black Label line?
Oh, it's definitely the buzz.
It's gotta be the management.
Jim Lee
somewhere.
says it was a production error and it would have been printed that way. It wouldn't have been printed that way other way.
Wait, a production error? Like someone accidentally drew a fucking wang, exactly shaped wang,
No, I'm
shaped where the
saying
wang's supposed to be?
that like the editor missed it. But I think it was the artist's choice. I do think that.
Okay.
Because he goes for kind of like a hyper real look with his shit. And I think that he probably thought that he's going to get away with it because of the Black Label and all that kind of
I mean,
shit.
he did. It got printed.
Yeah, but it's not being reprinted.
But now that thing's gonna be worth more money.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But I think that it was his choice.
He didn't get fired, did he?
No. Let me finish. I think that it was his choice. I think it got sent up the chain. I think that everybody was like, you know what, let's go hard, so to speak. And then the backlash happened, and then now they're like, well, now it's two birds, one stone. We can make this book super valuable and kind of a thing culturally, and then we can shift it and appease the crowds or whatever.
Because it's already wiped out in the digital version.
I think everybody ultimately agreed to it, but I don't.
The original idea was the
yes,
artist, okay.
yes, and it's based on nothing but my hunch is that the artist. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna draw.
It's
this
just
dude.
like outline of the
yeah, and a little bit of highlights along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that you've looked at it carefully, examined it.
Dude, I mean, how often do you get to see Batman's dick? You're not gonna take a
Hopefully
look.
never.
You're not gonna take a look. You took a look,
It was on my feed.
of course.
I would have never gone out to look for it. If I've just read it, I would have never looked for it.
What if it was Guy Jong or whatever the fuck guy's name is on your t-shirts all the time?
No,
What is his name?
Gurren Lagann. That's the
Lagann.
name of the show.
What's his name?
I'm not. I look down. I'm not wearing that shit anymore.
I know.
It's always gonna be you staring back at me on my chest,
It's like I'm looking in a mirror.
telling me tell the truth.
What is his name? Your favorite character in there, though?
Shimon.
Shimon. But yeah, do you have any thoughts on that at all?
I mean, it's all publicity stunt, dude. They knew what they were doing.
Okay.
Absolutely, 100%. 100%. Listen.
And you think that was handed down, like you will draw his
yeah,
stick?
you're going to do a nudity scene in shadows. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
The good minister says, "What's up, fellas? I've come across a few opportunities to buy or trade for G.I. Joes here and there during my travels as a collector, and getting rid of them is always a pain. So my question is, why G.I. Joe collectors are so cheap? I used to see G.I. Joe stuff sit on the shelves forever, and the moment they hit clearance, here come the collectors filling up their carts. Do they realize that this is why you can't buy G.I. Joe in the stores anymore? Even the secondary market is similar. I know Bobby collects these, and maybe he has an insight I don't have, as I'm not in those communities. Any info you have could shed some light." I honestly
I've got
think,
nothing. I've got nothing on that one.
I honestly think it's just because the fan base is so small, and I mean that it's a respectable size, but it's just when you compare it to other things like Star Wars or DC or Marvel or even Transformers, it's smaller because it hasn't been as relevant for as long.
Yeah.
And I think that's what keeps the price down. But I will tell you, I was one of those cheap G.I. Joe collectors. I went to Wizard World Philly one year, and I wanted to buy. I think it was a Gung Ho. And I was like, "How much?" And he was like, 15. And I was like, I'll give you 10.
We used to do it to everything, though.
Yeah, but this was later on. But it doesn't matter. But he was like, well, it's 15. And I was like, well, and I pulled it up. I was like, well, it's 10 on eBay. So what do you want me to do? And then he was like, buy it from eBay. And I was like, click.
Huh.
You know, so I was one of those guys as well. I think it's because
Are they not as valuable in the eyes?
So I think the brand doesn't seem as valuable, like in the conscious. Like
That's not as much media, right? We had those two live action movies.
Yeah,
but
it's not as much media. It's not as sought after. It's not as relevant. And I think that like. So like if I was going to the store to buy, because this is some real shit. If I was going to the store to buy a 6-inch, let's say they produce a 6-inch line, which I think is imminent. Let's say I went to the
G.I. Joes?
Mm-hmm. Let's say I went to the store to buy them. If I came, when I'm Wave 1 sold out all over the greater states, and I came in and I was like, "Oh man, they got a Gung Ho and a Snake Eyes," and I was like, "How much?" And they were like, "We're selling them for $35 a pop." I'd be like, "I'll take the Snake Eyes."
Mm-hmm.
Because for some reason, buying a Snake Eyes at a higher price or a Storm Shadow at a higher price seems okay. But like,
I hear you.
But like buying a Gung Ho for a higher price, I'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here."
It's because there's so many not trash, but like side characters versus who you see as the main characters.
Well, I think it's because those two have somehow managed to stay more relevant.
They're ninjas.
Yeah,
And they're cool.
Yeah, and they're cool. They
I don't think it's a relevant thing. I think it is it's an association thing. I mean, like, if you're going to play G.I. Joes, the first person, like, "I'm Snake Eyes."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree, but I also think, like, if you go down Artist Alley, you're way more likely to bump into a Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, or Baroness piece of art than anything else.
Well,
Yeah.
iconic.
Yeah, but I think that little stuff like that, and I agree
More
with
marketable, you mean?
Well, I think that you are correct in saying that they were always just cooler and people just connected to them more. But I think as a result, they somehow have been able to supersede the brand and stay more relevant.
Okay.
More so than G.I. Joe. Just Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow was cool.
Yeah, and Baroness. I would
Baroness.
throw her in there as well.
hot.
Yeah, she's hot as the glasses. And
And skin tight.
My dad always
Black.
said, "I don't know why women wear anything else when she could always wear black."
Mm.
So yeah, that's a good discussion worth having though. Like one day, like the G.I. Joe brand.
I'm just glad the good minister's still listening to us.
Dude, I love that.
I feel like I feel like, man, we're going to say something one time and he's not going to write us back anymore. I'm like, I don't think he's listening anymore.
Yeah. But, shout out to the Black Delegates. That's his podcast. You can look for that on all the media. Paul C., if you had to seduce the other cast members of NRR, how would you do it? You guys know each other so well that I
I
imagine
heard you guys talk about this last podcast.
we'll get some interesting answers. Feel free to either limit this to the regular on-air cast or expand this to include all the others as well.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Bobby's is easy. Just blindfold him.
What for him?
I just blindfold you. And then blindfold you and go to town. And you'd be down.
You'd have to have me bound too in some way, because if I felt your traps, I'd be like, you got to relax.
And for Adam, I would have to go full post-op because he's so hung up.
I'm so hung up. That's my problem.
So suburban.
So suburban.
If I look like I do in that picture of me in the cosplay, but full female body, you'd be down.
You know what, man? I have a little Asian persuasion weakness. I guess that's a fact.
What about you?
Fucking no, man.
I guess
he's all hung up on it.
I have a
No,
question. I have
I-
a question to ask him. Like my question is: are you trying to get mind, body, and soul?
Oh.
Or you know what I mean? Because there's a difference. There's a
Seduce is different. I think seduce is just sexual, really, right? You don't
Yeah, but it's
seduce
still-
someone for
but
life.
okay,
Okay, I got it. So for Bobby, it'd be easy.
Yeah, it's probably
I just,
easy.
I just like get him drunk, like, hey man, let's just try it once, and you'll probably be like, oh, okay, fine, you go first. For Joe, I'd have to orchestrate like a threesome or something, and just reach over and be like, hey, come on,
How you doing?
Let's have at it.
Little how you doing?
Okay.
Little how you
And
doing?
Joe, I think Joe would be down by that time.
So I'll give you mine.
Am I right, Joe? Am I right?
Probably.
See, now I'm approaching this mind, body, and soul.
Oh wow.
So I would have to make Joe feel like we had to do it for some sort of greater cause. I'd be like, Joe,
Save the world.
Joe, we had no, not even that great. I'd be like, Joe, we have to do this because for look, the Patreon people are expecting it, and like we can put audio out on this platform. We can get it. Like I had to make it for Joe. I had to make it like it's something that we have to get done. Like it's a task and a job that has to be completed.
Dude, you know me.
For a greater cause. For you, I would just compliment you until you were ready.
I need gratification.
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
That's fucking good.
All right, save that. We'll get into Star Wars and we can get the fuck out of here.
All right.
All right, so Star Wars, we just have two things to talk about. One, we have a bit of information regarding the live action show, the Mandalore show. It is
Did you predict that?
no, I heard a rumor.
Okay, I felt like we talked about that before, but
Yeah, we did, but it's now 100% confirmed, and the title I think is called The Mandalorian. No, it's called The Mandalorian. This was announced at NYCC, I think. Jon Favreau, series executive producer, posted an Instagram photo, revealing the title of the show, The Mandalorian, along with plot details. It says, The Mandalorian, after the stories of Jango and Boba, another warrior emerges in the Star Wars universe. The Mandalorian is set after the fall of the Empire and before the emergence of the First Order. We follow the travels, or the travails, of a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic. So,
I wonder if he's going to beat Boba Fett though.
maybe. So here's the thing. Like, I can always eat pizza. Star Wars is pizza to me. But if you're going to tell a story during that time frame, it's probably the one I'm least interested in, to be honest. Like, I want to know about what's going on in the mix. I don't want a story about a guy that's far out from
But
the
you might
mix.
get elements.
Yes,
which is cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
It's easy to tell a story on the side without messing up the canon.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. It's just like I said, it's what I'll take.
Yeah.
But it's not what I want.
Yeah, and then like if they ever do something where like, Mark Hamill appears in one, people will lose their
Oh
fucking
my god!
mind.
Can you imagine?
Lose their fucking mind.
I'm sure they have to have a few cameos worked
Yeah,
in. They
yeah.
have to,
Probably not Carrie Fisher.
dude.
Just like the air out of the room.
On my birthday. God damn it.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to see? I just thought I want to see the unrequited love story of Obi-Wan and Satine.
I'm up for that.
That just coming. I didn't know about that until I watched Clone Wars, and I'm like, that's a fucking interesting thing, and
Yeah.
I want to see it. It's like watching Anakin and Padme, but went the other way.
Yeah.
the quote unquote proper way
Right.
of the Jedi.
I'm up for that.
and
It's-
be like have a sad ending where they,
it's
reaching out for each other but leaving.
It's not necessarily the most prominent in my mind story from Obi-Wan I want told, but I'm up for it.
I'm sure. I mean,
Oh,
it's
you know
probably the
what's-
time in his life.
Whoa,
probably.
time out,
It
time out.
changed-
Wasn't Satine the name of the prostitute in Moulin Rouge that Ewan McGregor? Like,
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
you never seen Moulin Rouge? Oh man,
I don't like
Nicole
musicals.
Nicole Kidman's character. It'd be interesting if they made that the name for that purpose.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a connection with Ewan McGregor, who's also Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I got the tinfoil hat over here if you want to wear it.
What was that about?
The video I did, I was trying to make some connections, and so I cut away and gave some information. Then when I cut back, I had the tinfoil hat on.
It was awesome. Yeah, Satine is a Mandalorian princess. That's why
Yeah, no,
thought of it.
I'd be up. It would probably be my
It
second
would
choice.
bring more maybe untraditional females. Females that aren't into Star Wars might be into a love story.
to a love story. I'd be up for that.
What
get
if
him
you
in the Star
find
Wars
out that
universe.
Obi-Wan left Tatooine at a while and didn't come back till later.
Yeah, that would be
We
interesting.
don't we don't know that he was there the whole, time.
We don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he might have had a spaceship.
I'm sure you can trick somebody.
Yeah. You will give me a ride. You will call an Uber.
Dude, do you think that like Sith use that shit for sex? They want to get off.
Are they interested in fucking?
I mean, one was.
Yeah, I think some are. I think unfortunately, those aren't the ones that interest me the most. It's the fanatical ones that I'm more interested in. But yeah,
Imagine that.
Well, they probably don't get enough done. They don't get to a high rank of where you're fucking controlling shit. And
I'm saying
scheming,
there's
plotting,
probably
and just
somebody-
busy fucking all the time.
Who can mind trick somebody into sex? And I wonder if that happens. Do they have a word for it, like Jedi rape in that world?
Dude, that would be interesting.
Think about it.
Yeah,
Fucking.
every time you had sex with a
He Jedi Weinstein me.
every time you had sex with a Force user, you'd have to question if you did it on your own accord.
Yep. There's an interesting character in that show, The Magicians. He finds out later that he's the son of a god, right?
Son of a god.
Of a trickster. Yeah, like an old god.
Son of a gun.
Son of a gun. Look at that.
But like son of
Look
a
at it.
Would you look at
Anyway,
Or is he? I'd like to look at him.
Anytime
He's so
he
good.
touches somebody, they agree with him, no matter what it is. So he's become a politician, but he never knew that he had this power.
Oh, okay.
So later he finds out because his wife is like, "Oh, we can't do this anymore." He's like, "Honey, we can do this," and she's like, "We can do this. You're right." And he's like, "The fuck?" And he finally realizes that
You've been doing it the whole time.
he didn't know the whole time. He's like, "What is this? Does my wife even want me if I didn't touch her?" I mean, what?
Yeah, that's
you know?
interesting. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
he ends up killing himself. I think.
Nice. Nice job.
think he
on
kills
follow
himself.
through.
I think he kills himself.
It's tragic.
Maybe
I
jealous.
I just want to say, I just want to clarify. I'm saying it's nice for the sake of drama.
Yeah.
Not for the sake of suicide.
or somebody else kills him. It doesn't matter. He ends up dying, but I think he did kill himself.
I watched. Two things real quick about Nerd Week. I made my own red sauce last night. I mentioned this to the guys in between the break. It was fucking fantastic. I'm thinking about bottling it. The second thing I wanted to mention was
Skull face sauce.
Yeah, I
Skull face select.
skull sauce.
I don't know. Skull face
Oh,
select.
dude, your white sauce, bro.
Dude, wait till I get that down, Pat. With your new secret ingredient, Smiley. I also
Came from my head.
I watched the I watched the documentary on
Mushroom flavored
on there's a lot, isn't there?
with that creamy tang.
I
It's
watched-
all so familiar.
The documentary
Smell
on
it.
Quincy Jones on Netflix.
Okay.
Fucking fantastic.
Did it
Fucking fantastic, dude. And I was telling Joe a bit about it. There's this scene where it's like a candid recording of him talking to Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And he's just talking about music and his thoughts on music and everything else. He's talking about hip hop and how he's like, to me, it always came from bebop, and I found it interesting. You know, like just a music conversation, but behind the
Fucking
scenes.
Rocksteady.
But he says this thing that like, if I had a cigarette in my hand,
Yeah.
I would have dropped it.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, yeah, man. He's like, you got to think about it. Like, beating on bamboo reeds, Bach, Paul Abdul, Michael Jackson, 700 years, 12 notes. And I was like,
What do you mean?
It's
like,
only 12 notes.
there's only 12 notes.
Oh, okay.
700 years of rearranging those 12 notes. to
Gotcha.
make- you know, it's fucking like, it was just like, God damn, like that's a dude I'd love to sit down and pick his brain for like, you know, but probably not right this second.
Yeah,
you
try it a
only,
little
you only
bit.
get a bit of it. But,
Are you trying to test a good minister? Is that what this is?
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some.
Oh, dude, you play clips all the time on the show. We never gotten flagged till last week. It was a fucking Bob's Burger turkey song that got us flagged.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah.
Did it say?
Oh.
Did it say that that's what flagged
Yeah.
us? Okay, because we played "Love on the Rocks" too. And it
No,
didn't,
I thought it was gonna be that, but like when you look at the claim, it was the turkey song. It was a fucking turkey song from the end
So
of Bob's
what?
Burger.
What happened?
Nothing. It's just like if we were monetized, it would take us from.
Oh, we're not monetized on
No, we
YouTube?
don't have
I don't know
1,000 subs.
Oh shit! You guys need to get on that shit. God damn it!
So, yeah, so that was it. But it was a very good documentary. I highly, dude, the amount of people that dude has worked with and
Like,
for.
like
and
Will Smith did a
holy
little
shit.
thing. He talked about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
There would be none without Quincy.
Yeah,
There'd be no
yeah.
Oprah without Quincy. There'd
I
be no
mean-
Michael without Quincy. Like, not Michael as we know him. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fucking insane what he has
crazy.
touched.
Yeah.
And almost every.
And not like Bill Cosby.
No, and almost everything, but he has had a lot of women, and he has had a lot of children with those women.
How many kids you got?
I want to say like 7 or 8, and like I think there's like 3 or 4 moms in question. Like, you know, there's
It was
Gotta
consensual.
spread, hey, gotta spread the genius.
you got to.
Yeah.
But he
Got the good stuff.
he was it was a really interesting, like, introspective look at his life and what he has done. And I just highly recommend, if you're into music and you're in, you know, you grew up in our era too. I mean, or in the 70s especially, like, it's fucking, the dude's a genius. You know, like, I don't know if we could ever bottle that level of genius. You know, like, it's just, it's insane. And then the last note that we have is just, and we don't need to get too far deep into it. The article where you can read the full article is in the notes. But it is this shit that this guy did a research study on The Last Jedi and the negative feedback it got or whatever. And it's like a fucking 20-page document that he goes into on it. But and like everybody's picked it up. Like he didn't even introduce it into our world. That's not why he did it. You
You
know,
just did it for a scientific study.
yeah, but then our world picked it up. And he's been pretty active on Twitter about it as well ever since, because like some of the people that have been criticizing it, you know, like he's been retweeting, and he's like if you read this and you read the person that they're using for documented research for their criticisms of my point, he's like, it's the same people that I'm researching and mentioning their arguments as well, and talking about how some of things that they are saying is what's leading us down this path. You know, like the same things, like if I was like, you know, like, but this soundboard is made by Pro FX, and you're just saying like, yeah, but there's a soundboard. We both agreed that there's the soundboard. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's fucking fascinating. But basically, it seems to me, and I have a thing pulled up about it, but what the research is suggesting is there are Russian motivations to watch, and I mean, it gets tinfoily.
It's the Russians.
To watch divisiveness in American culture and start feeding it.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter what category.
There's a
Yes.
strategy. There's a book with a strategy, like spells out what it is, and it is like they are winning that strategy right now.
Yeah, so they're finding, like, and he mentioned some other things that they've done as well, but like, you know, but a lot of these Twitter accounts have started this shit, you know, and he was like, if you look at some of these Twitter accounts, well, I'll get into that, but a lot of these Twitter accounts that started like the real shitstorm of hate for this movie are Russian bots. And then, you know, he talks about other movies where Russian bots have been involved, and other big social topics in the country where Russian bots have been involved. And then he goes into like some of the more extreme, like, you know, hatred, like the YouTube hatred and stuff. And like I've talked about on here, or like some of the people that I've looked into, I'd be like, man, these motherfuckers don't even care about Star Wars.
Yeah, they're
they're
just doing
just
it for the
riding
views.
it now.
Yeah.
He goes into a lot of them, and like he finds like these Twitter accounts that have been like very anti Star Wars, and you know, with the, you know, the feminazi and all that kind of stuff. And then like you trace back before The Last Jedi, not the movie, but the criticism starts, and it's not a peep out of them about anything pop culture related. But now they got an issue with Star Wars, you know, and it's just like, it's fucking
For agenda.
fascinating.
Yeah.
But they point out a bunch of different shit.
Yeah, I forget. It's called the Grand Strategy. But the big thing is they have a whole like NASA that just trolls people. They're state paid employees that just troll people just to get people all spun up. And it's like we're letting the people in because we communicate on social media. So it's a huge document, but it basically gives everything out. I've heard something about it before. Like I've heard somebody break it down before. I'm like, you just like oh shit, that's what's happening with every aspect.
But
and they'll feed both sides. So they're like, if you're on the left and you're on the right, they'll feed you stuff to like help you prove your
Yeah,
shit.
because they have no stake
And
in
then
it. They
no,
just
they
want.
yeah, well, no, they
just
do.
want-
They want to destabilize.
No, but they don't have
destabilize the
any
West.
state. He's saying
Either
they don't
side.
have any state in either side.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they'll just feed into both sides.
Yeah,
and
they're
fuel
just
the fire on both sides.
they're what is it, divide and conquering.
Yeah, so they're saying like I don't know, just if you follow these footprints,
Yeah.
iPhone or Joe Schmo now hates Star Wars. He never had anything to say about Star Wars before this point where these tweets started, where these tweets lend to the same argument that Joe Schmo is now dying on a hill for, and those tweets are from these bots,
Yeah.
and that's that part is a fact.
They're like hacking us.
Whether or not this guy, got inspired by those tweets is up for debate. But where a lot of these tweets started from is a fact.
You can definitely find the original source.
Yeah, and it's fucking crazy. And I've always said, and it's the same thing with BVS, for instance, right? I wasn't a big fan of the theatrical edition. When I saw the uncut, I was like, dude, I went from a 6 to an 8.
I like an uncut as well.
Don't get too carried away. But from the very beginning, even when I was like, man, this movie doesn't, there's plot things that don't work about this movie for me. I always was on that shit of, but this Martha moment is solid as fuck. Like, there's no reason why this should be getting the fucking.
Oh, the Martha thing was in there too?
No, I don't think so. But I'm just using it as an example where like there are these movies that have come along, and Last Jedi being one of them, where like people are trashing it, and I'm like, why is nobody trashing this Venom movie like that, where the quality of film is just not as good as anything DC has put out, or Marvel, or Star Wars, or whatever?
I actually think, but there's controversy with the Venom movie, with the whole Lady Gaga tweet thing.
But that's not about the general masses have kind of spoken, and they're like, it's good.
Yeah.
And I think that that's more accurate, because I think that generally people are easier to please than, we aren't, but that's why we are doing this type of shit.
Yeah.
And to be fair, you are.
Yeah, I am.
I
I criticize the thing, but it doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. You guys enjoy it less than I can enjoy something with the same criticism.
Right. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No. But and also, they might not invest that much time and energy to spinning the Venom thing up, because they're not going to get a return on their investment with something like Star Wars. They're going to get.
It's not big.
No doubt. But what I'm saying is that it is one of those things where I've been
just
wondering.
all social media.
It is one of those things where I've been wondering, why is this so strong, and this is so strong, and this is so strong, but none of this is strong, and it does lend itself to that. Even when I didn't like I didn't love the theatrical version of BBS, I still gave it a 6.
Yeah.
And I had many conversations with you where I was like, I like discussing it with you where you are on the pro and I'm on the con, but then when I'm out with this person and they're on the con, I take the pro, because I think there are a lot of defendable things about it, and I think there's a lot to discuss in it. But I guess what I'm saying is I just never understood why people would talk about that movie or Last Jedi or a lot of like it's the worst thing they've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's like why aren't we having this conversation about The Last Night? You know what I mean? Like you don't see this much hate there. So it did make me it did open my eyes a little bit. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't read the full. I got 5 pages in, and I had other shit to do, because it's
not that you don't want to read it.
Yeah, this isn't like
It's like a peer reviewed journal.
Yeah, it's like
you don't even know how to read that. I mean, neither do I. We're not fucking scientists.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Maybe you do.
Yeah, but
I had to. I learned how to in school.
So you can validate my point with that. Then you do have to be educated on how to read those things properly.
Yeah, you do.
Can you read it and break it down?
You can't. A lot of time people read the abstract, which is the kind of hypnosis, but it doesn't always reflect all the findings. You have to read it and interpret that shit for yourself. Don't just read the abstract. Just like don't read the clickbaity title of something and think that's what the article is about.
I do think now. And this was a concept in Metal Gear Solid 2, where we were going to have so much media and so much internet that it was going to dilute everything else, and we could never find things. I think we need to start getting some kind of filter for this stuff.
I mean, it's like that in Ghost in the Shell too, where nothing is. You can't tell when anything is real. You just assume what you're going through is real. Like in the movie where the guy thought he had a wife and kids.
Oh yeah.
And the picture was blank.
Yeah.
And when they unhacked him, his life was destroyed.
Yeah, I just spent 5 minutes trying to find the size of Batman's penis, and I couldn't find it because there were so many articles about
Batman's penis.
I couldn't actually get to the information that we all wanted to know. And that's just a world that I don't want to live in. But
let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up button.
So to speak. Shout out to the Cool Table, Shattercast Uncut, Enter the Realm, Beer and Bolters 40K, Stasis Lock, Plastic Fanatics, Toy Detox, Building Up to It, Breaking the Mold, and Fresh Communication. And shout out to the rest of the Nerd Rage team. We got Marilyn Phil on Twitter. We have Raul on Instagram. We have Dante on Facebook. We have Manny working behind the scenes and Black Phillip working behind the scenes.
Oh, thanks for Backflip for picking up something exclusive from NYCC for me.
Yeah, me too. And then we have
See, he is good for something. Take back all those bad things you guys
Except
said
we can't
about
tell
him.
the difference between secondary market price and retail price.
yeah.
Oh, because one was like $450.
He was like, it looks like to me they're going to be $135. And I was like, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, that's why I asked. I'm like, are you looking at eBay or are you looking on the retail?
They were $55. But it's all good. And then
That was his finder's fee.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And also, what was I going to? Oh, and also, if shout out to all the Patreon supporters, and also for those that have supported Patreon and then have decided that they have supported enough, we understand, and we hope we didn't do anything for you not to support it. But if it's just you paid your penance and now you're moving on, we just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We
No hard
appreciate
feelings or
it,
nothing like that.
and of course, welcome to all the new members. And then lastly, if you listen to the show and you enjoy it, and you don't want to support the Patreon, or you can't, or you got other shit, you got some shit going on in your life, it's understood. Do us a favor, leave us a 5-star review, or tell a friend. Like, this show mainly gets a lot of kind of foot traffic from word of mouth. So, and we appreciate all the kind words we get.
Too,
And with that being said, we're good.
Great tits.
Flappy labius.
Tight dick player.